Hello, my name is HQ of HQ Reacts. Welcome to my channel. Please do me a favor. Hit the like button, share the stream, and click the notification button for new content.
Don't want to work, y'all. My button acts like it don't want to work. What the hell? Hello. I'm HQ. I hate when that happens. I hope y'all can hear me. I hope I am here and in love. Everything acting like it don't want to work. What the hell is going on? I hate when that happens. I hope y'all are here and y'all can hear me. And I ain't got to reload and redo and all. I hope y'all can hear me now. What the hell? Hi. Hello. This is HQ. We got some Kevin Samuels today. This weird video I ran across. You don't want to get fired. Shut up. This weird video I ran across with the Kevin Samuels about agreeable woman, about being agreeable woman, right? I was an agreeable woman. The most dangerous conversation that he could be having with a woman. The most dangerous conversation. So I said, okay, I'm here for it. So when a man says he likes an agreeable woman, it usually ties back to her personality, the traits. Is she agreeable? Non-confrontational? Supportive? Compassionate? Polite? But then again, some could mean empathetic, cooperative, fit, feminine, and friendly. Or it could be he don't want her to be controlling. So it depends on the man what it means by being agreeable. Could mean either kind and compassionate, or it could mean submissive and compliant. Which one do you like? But we're going to ask Kevin, because Kevin is going to break it down for this lady who called up, who said some crazy shit. Some crazy shit. Let's take a look.
You
have any children?
I do. I have a son.
And were you married?
Was I married when I conceived? No.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So I disagree because I'm a social worker. So I'm in the helping field, and I just got out of a long-term relationship. And before, when I was in the relationship, he would tell me, okay, I want to go back to school. I want to pursue my degree. I want to finish, I want to finish my degree. So I thought like, okay, great. Let me come up with a plan on, let's see how we can get your degree. Let's see what type of money we got to put in for you to do this. But when it came down to it, that's not what he really wanted to do. So
Hold on. Are you judging all men based upon what you're talking about?
I'm not, but
Are you sure? Because you said you did. Okay, you say you disagreed, but I allowed you to speak, and you spent the better part of a minute describing your situation.
And like I was saying at first, like I'm a social worker, so I work with a lot of women, and I work with a lot of single women.
But do you ever get the father side of the story?
Right.
No.
Thank you.
When I
I'm
say
sorry. Hold on, ma'am. You get one side.
Right.
There are three sides: hers, his, and the truth. And guess what? I can pull up video after video of women breaking the law, lying, and females believing it. 74-year-old man in Idaho Springs was tasered, framed, and stroked out because his neighbor, who was drunk, high, and had multiple felonies, lied and said he had. Go look it up, guys. And that guy didn't get anything. And you know what the female cop was over there? This old man, they tasered him in his own home.
That's crazy.
Planted evidence on him, and they were more concerned with the woman who was drunk and high. So, women tend to believe women's sob stories. And you cannot be an intelligent person and tell me just because you're a social worker,
right,
hearing one side of the story, knowing you're a single mother predisposed to having a heart for women, that you're getting a balanced picture. Logically tell me that's what you're doing.
No, what I'm saying is I'm not only am I a social worker, I am a female, and I do work with a lot of single women that I have seen.
A lot of single women who choose to marry before they carry, do things out of order, and you don't get the father's story, right?
I'm speaking about dating, Mr. Samuel.
No, ma'am, I'm speaking about you're trying to set the table in a bullshit way. Do these women in social work come in here and they're married women who have children as a result of marriage and their husbands are still around?
Right.
Some, yes, sir.
Some, what percentage? 1 in 4 Black women were married. Careful.
Married about 6%.
So 94% of these women aren't.
Yes, sir.
So when you say some, I don't understand why y'all do that. Some, if your kid came home and said, Mom, here's my grade, and he gave you an F-, you said, boy, you didn't get nothing. What did you do? You got an F-? I got some of them right. You got 6 right, but you got 94 wrong. You'd be like, oh, okay, so you got all right. You're already starting off wrong. And I'm going to tell you, in your relationship, you were wrong too. I'll tell you why. Because you said he decided he wanted to go to school. So something like that. He wanted to go to school. And immediately...
Women are so sympathetic to other women. They are so sympathetic to other women and their hardship. That is our problem. We have a bleeding heart. Women have bleeding hearts. To their detriment, they have bleeding hearts. Jesus. Does she learn during the conversation what he's talking about, or is she just going to keep going? Let's see.
You pulled out your dick. And immediately you pulled out your dick. And immediately you pulled out your penis. You started figuring out what to do and how to this and how to that. That ain't your job. It was for him to figure it out. He just said what he wanted to do. Did he ask you to go do all that? Did he say, I want to finish school? Did he ask you to go do all that? Mm-hmm. I hear you. Thank you. Put up your dick. So, I mean, just saying, many of our women, you're listening to 94% of women by your stats who aren't married, who are living at a level where they need social work. And you expect to hear good stories about men, and you don't even pay attention, and you don't listen to the father stamp.
I'm predisposed to not like him simply because I don't like people telling me what to do. And that's any human being. So I'm predisposed. I have a bias against people who try to tell me what to do. So I know I got to check that, but that's just me. But yeah, I'm agreeing with most of it.
Well, I tell you what, Miss Social Worker, why don't you go interview the fathers to understand what they're dealing with these mothers, because they can't all be angels.
Yes, sir.
And another thing, are you saying that men are not consumers? Where in the world, if you give a market what it wants, does it not buy it if you can afford it?
Mm.
Well, that's even with me. If I go to Dillard's, if I go into Dillard's and I get in the Dillard's and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy this perfume. Like, I got my mindset, I'm gonna buy this perfume. But if nobody's actually selling it to me, or if I don't feel like I want to spend my money in this store.
No,
I'm not
you
gonna
change,
do it.
Excuse me, man. You changed it. See what you did? If I go into Dillard's and I already got my mind made up, and they don't have it, or I don't have the money. Excuse me.
They don't.
Excuse me, man. I want you guys to understand. This is what they do. This is how their logic works. I said, where do you go if you give a market what it wants and it has the money?
Well, somebody just saying, hey, James. I mean, hello, everybody. Osmos Black America Jay. Yeah. I have a cold, y'all. Some things I agree with. Some things I don't. Some things I do. A lot of things that I do, right? But, I'm an asshole like that. But, I mean, I get it. I do.
I need to purchase and it doesn't buy. You just made up a story where I'll go to Dillard's and I got my mind made up. And that's the problem. Most women don't buy what they should buy. They buy the motherfuckers they make babies with and come into your office needing help with. That's what they do. Instead of shopping at Dillard's, they should have been somewhere else. Man, you're putting the problem on men. Right. There are not enough men.
Right,
you're saying that men would not make a lot. Why? Okay, then why? Let's play it the other way. Then why would men, if women were offering men in mass in general, what they wanted, why would these men choose to remain single?
I think greed. I really do. I think greed. I think, I can get something from her.
So every man, what he's saying is, okay, if every woman became fit, feminine, and friendly, every man would get married, or the bulk of men would get married. Is that what he's saying? I mean, so I say, what about the females that are thin or who are fit? This is what I say. Is that true or is not true? People say that in hindsight. They say that now, but is that actually true?
100% true.
Hey, Jay, what's happening? There we go. I got to learn how to work that thing. So he said, hello, Black America. Yes. So he said, if they gave the product, if we gave men, every woman became fit, feminine, and friendly, there'd be more, or they would marry every woman they got in touch with. Most men would marry every woman they were with.
Pretty much.
So there ain't no men out there that wouldn't get married. They'd just be hitting everything. Or is that a small percentage that would stay single? You saying a small percentage would stay single? Okay.
But let me see what she has to offer. Let me see if it's just a little bit better.
See, guys, what you're doing is, see, women think because everybody will fuck them, they think men have a free sexual option. How does the average man have greed in the sexual marketplace? You know how hard it is for most guys to get laid? 30%. Excuse me.
Hey, turn that down.
30% of men, 30 or under, report not having sex. 30% of men under 30 are virgins. But you can have somebody like Gabrielle Sidibe. And what do women say? Somebody will fuck her because somebody will. Women think there's something called attraction symmetry. They think just because they can go out and offer their vagina to the market, they know somebody will take it. If I walk out and offer my penis to the market, somebody will.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Could you hear me the whole time?
No.
I just came in.
But will as many people, how about this? If you go in a room of 100 men and say, I'm clean, I got no diseases, I just want to hook up one night stand, no string, no attachments. Out of 100 men, how many think are gonna smash?
If we got 30% of virgins, then
no, you mixing things. Don't play games with me. Put your 100 men in a room. 100 men, not 30% virgin, just 100 men. How many gonna smash?
I don't know, Mr. Sanders.
Really? Just give me a number.
100.
Heterosexual men, no. You want to have sex? You clean? How many men you think will smash?
Oh, now
maybe 80.
All right. And if I put 100 women in a room with the same kind of man, average man, how many women you think gonna fuck?
Maybe 60.
Not even.
Look at him, look at her.
Guys, that's the problem. They think, excuse me, look in the comment section. I understand, man. No, when it's over, women think it is easy for men to get sex.
Okay, so we understand it's not, I understand it's not easy to get sex. So if it's not so easy to get sex, why is it that?
Go ahead, think about it first, HQ.
I ain't gonna ask that question.
Go ahead, think about it first before you ask that question.
I ain't gonna ask that question.
As they think it's just as easy for men to get sex as it is for them. Because women only think about, when they talk about the sexual marketplace, you talk about the men you're interested in, not 100% of men. If 60% of men were out here, anyway, so no, that number's high. I would say closer to the best pickup artists, the guys who have all the game, who study this stuff, report a 10% close rate. 10. And these are the guys who are the game masters.
Okay.
So you're saying that if you offered men an opportunity to get, women were offering men what they wanted, and they didn't have to be in the game anymore, you're saying they would stay in the game because of greed.
Jay.
Yes, ma'am.
There's a gentleman in the chat that asks, what is the sexual marketplace? Can you explain it to him? What is the sexual marketplace? He's asking.
Okay, so pretty much what Kevin Samuels came up with is the marketplace. The market dictates the value of certain things on any market. So the sexual marketplace is the single dating marketplace, or people who are allowing themselves in the single dating marketplace, even though if they're not single, what they value in a sexual partner, sexual attraction, physical attraction, certain things like high value men. When Kevin Samuels came up with that phrase of a high value man, he didn't determine what a high value man was. He allowed the marketplace to determine what a high value man was, because that's what all the women, the type of man all the women were asking for.
Okay.
So that's why he says that's a high value man, because it has nothing to do with morality, has nothing to do with very little to do with how much money he actually has. It's in that market. What's that man's value to the group of women that are looking at him? So that's what that is. That's what the sexual marketplace is.
Okay.
And the same goes vice versa. A woman's attraction, the less baggage she has, the higher she is in the sexual marketplace. Okay. What's going on, Chef? What's up, Repaint?
Hey.
Implying they could get more.
Yes, sir.
Right.
They don't get it, guys. They don't get it. They don't get it. No, ma'am. I just told you that makes no sense.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense. How can guys, if 30% of men aren't having sex,
right?
Why would they stay in the market if they were getting what they want from a woman?
To gain more.
More of what? What are they already getting if they're virgins?
We're not talking. We're not.
No.
About the 30.
No. We're going to no. Yes, we are, because they are part of the 100. And see, that's the point.
Right? HQ. This girl looked like she could be your daughter.
No offense, man. I really mean no.
This young girl.
Yeah, I'm looking at the features. Both of y'all was just shaking your head left and right.
But I'm agreeing with him. I'm there. I'm with him.
But your mind can't even.
I'm just talking about just physicality. Just her face.
It doesn't even compute with you. It's like, well, I don't want to talk about that because that's so far outside of my mind. And all the men are like, what are you talking about? That's the real world.
Right.
You can't get rid of the 30. That's there. So if 100% of men are out there and 30% under the age of 30 aren't having sex, if you gave men what they wanted, which is just a fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, childless companion, women were saying, okay, the majority of us are that. You say men would say, instead of taking you and going off and having consistent sex in a relationship,
Right.
I would rather stay out here dating, spending my money, time, and opportunity for the.
Okay, now I got it. I got it.
And that's honestly the one thing I kind of, at this point right now, I kind of disagree with the Godfather on. What those 30% of men want fit, feminine, and friendly.
Mm-hmm.
I think what they want is willing and accepting, because I made it,
that agreeable. I was
agreeable, because I'm when I'm out like traveling and I'm in the airports and stuff, and I'm all around looking around, and I'm seeing the type of guys and I'm seeing the type of women they're with.
Right.
They got 1, 2, 3, 4 plus kids, and I'm looking at them like, she ain't bad. She's a 3, 4, maybe a 5.
Right.
And I look at the guy and he's a 3, 4, maybe a 5. So he not looking for fit, feminine, and friendly. It's the guys who know that there are women looking for them. They know they have a higher sexual marketplace value that are looking for fit, feminine, and friendly, because why would they settle for the same women that those other guys can get?
Average guy would. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And so the top priority should be, you want fit, feminine, and friendly, but you're actually looking for agreeable, and you're looking for, I forgot the other word I was going to use. I said it in the beginning, but primarily somebody who doesn't have an attitude. It's an agreeable person that you can get along with.
Hey, I've seen some rough looking women that are very unagreeable.
Right.
So I would say the word is willing.
Willing. Okay, we can use willing.
I would say I'm like, man, I would love to think in the ideal world that those guys would get a nice, sweet woman, even if she wasn't as attractive, as I think she, could be, or whatever like that. Right. But a lot of these women, you hear them when they talk to them, it's like, oh God, dog, man. But they still with them. So it's not even agreeable. It's just willing. And that's just the way it is.
Right. Right. And you have a very small window. You have a small percentage that have all of these characteristics. A small percentage. That's a bad thing. It should be an abundant group of people where they have fit, feminine, friendly, agreeable, willing. It should be plenty of those women all around.
It should be more towards the middle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, when I'm out every day and I people watch, and it's all ethnicities, but it just hurts more when I see the sisters out there with the potato salad arms
that could be winning,
and they dressing sloppy, and they got the bonnets on, and they got the electric slides on.
Oh, I hate them
Crocs.
I hate them Crocs.
And their feet is caved in, or you see the fat on the side of their feet. How am I not right, Black? Please tell me how I'm not right. And this is not my opinion. This is from what I have observed. This is not my opinion.
Right.
This is what I've seen on a consistent basis across the country, across ethnicities. This is what I've seen. So this is not my opinion.
Right.
I don't know my my pool, or how large of a pool I've pulled from as far as people, but I see it consistently. Just travel and you will see it, and you be like, man, woo, it's real, man. It's rough out here.
It's rough when you find the right one, the one that's fit, feminine, and friendly. You better definitely think twice about walking away. Definitely, because it is slim pickings out here.
Oh, fit, feminine, and friendly is.
He said potato salad iron. What is potato salad iron?
Few and far between. Potatoes,
No, he said that, the dude who asked you about the high value thing.
If you got meat coming over your elbow. That's potato salad orange. I must not be seeing the full chat. Hold on, let me refresh this.
Is that wild?
The possibility of sex.
Mm-hmm.
The possibility.
We know all men are not spending their money on women to have.
Ma'am, I don't really give a shit about the money aspect. See, you've
That's
lost.
the part of the
No.
day.
But the thing is, I'm not trying to be funny. That's not the point. The point is a bigger point. The point is
Right.
You have just demonstrated why there's such a disconnect. You ladies have no idea what it's like to be a man. You are so disconnected from us because all your life is spent around talking to women and listening to their stories and everything else. And when I tell you about what's going on with men, you still think that, well, that's like this. That's like this. Okay, change it from men to women. You're hungry, right? You ever been to a restaurant and there was a wait and you're hungry?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
All right. And there was this 2-hour wait, and the next closest restaurant is 40 miles away.
Right.
And it's gonna be a wait there too.
Sure.
You sitting there waiting, and then they come along and say, well, we can sit you and your guest not at your favorite table. We can sit you at this booth, or we can sit you at the bar.
Mm.
And then right now, or you can wait 2 hours. What do you do?
I'm gonna go sit at the bar because I want my
Thank
food
you, because
quick.
human beings are, thank you, and that's exactly what men are doing. If you give men what they want, how they want it, they'll sit at the bar. They won't wait to go have a chance to sit in out there or go to another restaurant.
Right.
Thank you for making the point that you understand human beings operate on incentives.
Mhm.
That's how men operate too. Men will say, if you give me what I want right now, I don't need I'll take the bar. The bar is a woman giving men what they want. They won't go out here and say, well, I'll try for a better seat.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
That's a restaurant, of course. We're gonna move faster with a
Holy
restaurant.
shit.
She
But
still don't
if
even
I-
understand.
If a
Man.
man,
I don't think a lot of women understand analogies, because when I was watching Hamp's channel and they would give the women analogies and they would take the analogy and run with that. It's like, no, that was an analogy to what we're talking about.
Right.
Don't take the analogy and run with it. Use the analogy for what we're talking about.
This
The,
is
the
why.
thought process of men to say, I will go sit at the bar.
Right.
I'm not gonna wait for the table. I will go sit at the bar.
Right.
And they don't understand that. Just like when men do car analogies. I'm not a car. I'm not saying you're a car. It's an analogy.
Right.
I really don't think women can, I'm not gonna say all, I don't think a lot of women can actually comprehend when men use analogies to get our point across.
I get you.
That's a flaw in communication. It might be on our part because it just keeps failing time after time.
What the
What
hell?
you saying? I'm a fruit? What you saying? I'm a car? No, I'm not.
What the hell? James Mullins? A woman get read that, Jay. I don't what is he talking about? Jay
Which
Mullins.
one?
Ma'am,
In the chat, Jay
No.
Mullins.
ma'am.
Mr. Samuels,
No, ma'am, no. I
must not be seeing all the
this
chats. What's
myself.
going
But no,
on?
His name is James Mullins in the chat. He keep asking questions that
you're acting like, do you understand why people use sports analogies to explain the complex concepts?
right.
Let me
Mm,
refresh.
that's
I
right.
don't see no James.
I do, yeah.
He's like the last one that posted almost two from the end.
Oh, I
Because
see a
people can
typo on
relate.
Yes Free.
I used the restaurant analogy because the sexual marketplace seems to
find
be
out I got somebody
outside of your
blocked.
ability to relate, but you can relate to a restaurant. And now you're going to
Oh,
tell
they
me,
got me
well,
blocked.
those things are different.
Okay.
Rainbow don't see any
Mrs. Sammy,
James
when
either.
you used your analogy, when you used your point.
Oh,
when
which
you
chat
said,
is he
walk
in?
them
Is he in the
rooms,
Oh,
HQ
he
and
might-
the
Reacts?
men
oh,
in
he
there,
might
how
be
many
the other
you want to
chat.
have
He might
sex?
be
You
the
took the
other
30 out of it. So when it comes to my
No. I said if you walked into a room with 100 men
Hold on.
and you said I'm down to fuck 100 of you, how many would smash?
but you took the 30% of virgins out of that 100.
No, ma'am. That's
Yeah,
that's the sexual marketplace. There's a millions. And even, let's take it that way. Even if it was 30% virgins, those virgins would fuck you.
Mm.
If you were offering free pussy to a virgin, No cost, no zip. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
So it's not. It's and then that there goes to show you again. Your other point is invalid when it comes.
No, it's
to
not.
When
Guys,
it comes to dating,
I want you
when it
guys to
comes
understand.
money.
I really, I'm going to upload this. This is really female logic. This is really what it is. This is really what it is. She thinks she's really making points.
I am, Mr. Samuels. I wholeheartedly, I really feel like men are greedy. Men are.
Look at Kevin, got his hand over his mouth like, you just dumb. You don't even get the analogy. You didn't even understand what he was saying. Ain't nobody turning it down. Hi, people. Hey, James.
Really out to get. It's to the highest bidder. Whoever has the most value, whoever parents, whoever family comes from the most fortune, that's the woman that wins. I have worked so many places before I became a social worker.
This is why women shouldn't be in charge of nothing.
Can I finish?
No, don't do that. Okay. This is why women should be in charge of nothing. I'm serious, man. You're talking about out of men, 100% of men. What percentage of men are you talking about?
I'm talking about 75% of men.
What's up, Hill?
Ma'am, the 75% doesn't even line up with the 30% of the virgin. You can't be greedy and a virgin.
But you just said that if I was to walk in a room and the 30% of virgins was there, the virgins would have.
Ma'am, do you understand? Do you understand?
Does she not understand that? What is she missing?
She's missing it. She's not understanding.
How did she not get that?
That ain't what's happening.
Hey, Zeus. Hey, Zeus, Black America.
What up, Zeus? What up, Black?
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, I don't. She's just stupid. She doesn't understand what it's saying. That's all.
May I jump in, please?
Yeah. Hey, go ahead, Zeus.
I love you, Jay Tillman. It's good to see you home. Welcome.
What's up, brother? Love you too, man.
Hey.
Black America, I love you as well. HQ, hey. How you doing?
You are not my son. I cannot tell you I love you. But go ahead.
Hey, Black America, I love you, brother.
So this is what she's doing. This is why her logic is broken. Because rather than her listen, she's creating this framework that makes her right. And this is where I think we need to embed in our community. You know what? Let me think about that a little bit. You know what? I never thought of it that way. That way you're given an answer, but you're giving yourself time to marinate. She's stuck on what Kevin calls need to be right. She's going to keep changing the conversation until she's right.
Mm-hmm.
And with that said, I'm in.
That's you can always tell that way, Zeus, when they ask a question back every time. I understand doing it from time to time, but it's consistent when they do it. You could be having a conversation with them for over an hour, and every time you ask them a question, they ask you a question back because they want their point to be right. They can't just say yes or no or give you, yeah, it's 10 or it's, the answer is A. They have to ask you, well, what about when it's always that? And that's how you know somebody just wants to be right. Like earlier today, we was in Theo Coop's chat and Ty Pro said something to me because I had made a statement. And I went back and I was like, well, let me go make sure if I was correct or not. And I said, no, right? The individual who brought something up actually brought up that point first. So they took that point and ran with it. It wasn't the actual discussion. So I was wrong. I was incorrect. I said, Ty, you was right. I was wrong.
Right.
But what a woman, well, just because he said that doesn't mean, no, that's not the way a conversation should go. You're not going to ever get it. You're just there to argue.
Right. Did you finish, Zeus? Or Black America?
Yeah, I wanted to challenge Jay on something. What I was telling him he wasn't right on. The willingness part, right?
Wait a minute, hold on. Okay. James Mullen. Click that link that I just put in the chat. Click that link and come over to here, okay? Come over to here. Click that link. Okay, go now. Black America.
Yeah, so the problem with the willingness, when you see those couples out and they're similar, right, Jay? One of them is a 5, one of them is a 4. They're pretty close, but you'll never see a man that is, let's say, a Morris Chestnut or a Shamar Moore with a 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's what I
You know?
said, Black.
Yeah. But it comes that you were saying the willingness. Those men have to. They have to accept those women. Those
That's what I'm
men.
saying, Black.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
clarify.
So
I was saying that
I
those
didn't understand
men's,
what you were saying.
yeah, no, those men's qualification isn't fit, feminine, and friendly. Those men's qualification is only if the woman is willing. She could look like whatever, but to those men that aren't high in the sexual marketplace, or have a certain niche in the sexual marketplace, those invisible men that we always talking about on here, if they meet a woman who is willing to be with them, they will be with her. That's why we always say men settle more than women.
Okay, you know what? Then I was wrong, and I apologize for that, because I completely accept what you have just said. Yes, that we will take an ugly bitch. If that is the only thing that we can get, we are going to take it. We're going to take that last meal before we hit the electric chair. So you are 100% right.
You're gonna do everything just like everybody else do. You're going to go to work hard. You're gonna come home. You're gonna do what you got to for the family. You're gonna take the car to get it fixed. You're going to get that one vacation every year. You're gonna do all that stuff for that same lady.
For that big old fat, mean, unattractive one. Yeah. You're right. Shaped like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. You're right.
Wow. Y'all come in and hit the like button. Y'all come in and hit the like button, please, and thank you. Repick, I see you. Repick, I see you. Thank you for the new membership. Thank you very much. Y'all come in and hit the like button. Let's go.
If I can, I would like
sir.
to expound on sexual market value and give you examples.
James is coming from the other chat, so I told him to come over here because he's saying some stuff,
some wild stuff.
So
that last one was wild, James.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Go ahead, Zeus, please.
Do you want me to wait till James comes in, or I can do it later on?
No, he could have just clicked the link. If he was coming over, he would have clicked the link and boom, boom, boom. So
okay,
and he could still hear you because he could be in the other chat. So
okay, so sexual market value, when you take a male and a female and they're 20, who is worth more? And the woman is worth more at 20. The guy's still trying to work his way up. The woman is worth more in the sexual market value at 20. He's working his way up, so he's working overnights, he's working shifts, etc. She'll eventually hook up with somebody, she'll be married, etc., etc. By the time they go to the next stage, which is the 30s, when they hit the 30s, he's now going to be an assistant manager. He's going to be a junior manager, junior executive. She's going to be in a relationship, probably out of the relationship, or with 2 kids. She's going to be the single mom. She's going to be the divorced mom, whatever.
Right.
When they hit 40, now he's going to start getting the ball rolling. He's now the head manager. He started making his money. Now she's a little bit more bitter. She's older. She's not in the kid-bearing age or a stage. So now her value goes down. His value has gone up.
Right.
That's what they're saying in the sexual market value. And then when you get to the 50, the man is at his golden ticket and the woman is 50.
Yeah, I'll say that, and that's SMV on a general sense.
Right, it's very, very general. That's very general.
Because then if you get down to the specifics on it,
I just wanted to give people kind of a framework. That's not a perfect framework.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like the foundation.
You ain't in that scale. You ain't in that scale. You on a whole nother scale, HQ. So don't put yourself on that scale. You on a whole different scale, okay?
He said he keeps trying, but it doesn't pull up another channel. I thought you could copy the address.
Hold
You know
on.
what I'm saying?
I'm gonna do it in the other.
This was the easiest way I ever got on the chat.
Okay. Because you said I keep trying, but it doesn't pull up another channel. I don't know how to get over there.
I posted in there. If he copies and pastes that, because HQ, I was gone for a while handling the business. HQ took all my wrenches away. So
no, I didn't. You still got one.
She came in and took all the furniture. HQ, you know she could be Petticoat Junction.
I didn't. Jay, you still have the wrench.
HQ came in and took all my wrenches away.
No, I did not.
I ain't got no wrench.
Yes, you do. You still do.
With Black America. She been hanging out with Black
Y'all
America.
See a wrench up? Yeah, the riffraff. That's why, you know.
Let me look.
Okay. See, there's something called like an example where you're putting like a little test case over here, and then there's the real world. You're an educated woman. You should be able to bounce between these concepts. Right. You're trying to make it all the same thing. This is what I told you guys. Men's minds are like waffles. We can compartmentalize and logically move through things. 1 0 1 0, open, close, on, off. We can do that much easier. Women's minds are like spaghetti. Everything touches. The logic runs through their feelings. That's why she keeps saying, I feel. Because to them, it's all one stream of consciousness. So to her, she really believes she is just on this logical path. And she doesn't realize that all the men are sitting back saying, you're talking about a small set of men extrapolating it out to all. Men are greedy. How can men, the average black man in this country earns $42,000, okay? That's $21 an hour. How can a man who's average earner be greedy in the sexual marketplace?
Because they date women that have money. So when they date women that have money, and they date women that comes from a family with money.
The average black woman in this country earns.
What the hell is she talking about?
What is she? What Tyler Perry movie is she talking about? So she ain't even thinking about it. All the average income men just go and find a woman with money. That just all of them just doing it.
Yeah. She just talking. She just talking at this point.
$37,000. Okay. So fully 50% of black men, 50% earn 42.
Look at her eyes. She confused. She just off.
Yeah, she confused.
Yeah.
50% of black women earn 37. 74% of black women earn less than $50,000. Right. And you're talking about these people who come from families and money. 80% of our children are from single parent households. You are talking about the top 10%. And you're talking about it like it's 100%. The numbers are against you.
Right.
The numbers.
Oh man, please don't. Please don't. Just understand what I said.
He was like, please don't start doing no math. You don't do no math. I mean, did you make it, James?
Okay.
You are talking about women with money. 74% of black women earn less than $25 an hour or less. Would you consider $50,000 to be money?
No, absolutely not.
So by 9% of black women earn $75,000 or more. 9. What do you consider to be money for a woman?
Their range. You just said 75,000 or more.
So you're talking about 9%, and I said 10.
It doesn't matter.
I just said you're talking about the top 10% of. She don't get it. I said you're talking about the top 10% of women as far as earnings.
Right.
Like the average guy is going after 9% of women. Do men choose women based on money first?
Yes.
No,
absolutely.
Dummy.
Oh my God. That's the perfect question. Yes. Absolutely.
That's a man with money will go through the drive-through at whatever fast food restaurant and look and see the girl at the window is fine and hit on her.
Right.
And I'm not even talking about just for yams and cakes and cheeks and
I remember
reverberations. I'm
when
talking about he gonna look at her and
went
be like,
viral.
yo, she look good.
That's right.
I remember when this went viral. It was so funny because the way she was saying yes, like women, just like I asked HQ it was yesterday or something. Like, you guys don't pay for dates. When it comes to us men, you guys bring no monetary value. There's no return on investment. You guys don't do shit for men. You don't. I got to do the brakes on my car. Oh, hey, I'll go buy them for you. Women don't do shit like that. Niggas is buying tires for your car and getting windshields replaced and all type of shit. Like this, she is the problem. Women like this thinking, period,
This
is the problem.
This is why.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
He said, I'm gonna give up on her, boy.
Absolutely.
Yo, what is James? Are you listening? What are you? Are you?
Well, I mean, you can see his writing. You can see what he's saying now, right?
Yeah, he said if you ninjas can't get out here and stick your chests out to these crackers like you do one another or our women, then you can't say ish to me about ish. What? Where is that coming from? Are you drinking?
I don't even know.
No, you know what it is? What it is HQ been doing a lot of these racially charged, very, very racially charged shows.
James is a black man.
I know, but that it's some black men that are weirdos. That's why I warned you, because of the way you have been speaking. Like, some of these niggas are weirdos. I don't know. He might be another Walmart reader. He might be one of those. He might be one of those pro-black dudes, right, with dreadlocks, that say he's not gonna work for a job for a white man and he sell candles. I mean, he could very well be one of those people. That's why I said, be careful of inviting these devils. Niggas like this are the devil. He is that nigga that was on the train that stabbed that little white man. Like, you gotta
I'm
be
trying to understand
like
where
this.
his statement came from, Black.
Because
like my issue is why are we bringing white people into the conversation as a white monolith when we're not even talking about that. This has nothing to do with race. We're talking about the mindset of young women and people in the sexual marketplace.
What's this
talking about?
I understand, but it is the residual effects of what has been going on since somebody gave that dude that one shot through the neck. It is the residual effects, like a H-bomb. You know what I mean? You're gonna have lingering effects, and he's probably just one of those lingering effects. You know what I mean? On that weirdo shit. That's all.
I'm about to.
The next thing is
I got it. This is a quote. This is a quote from James Mullins right here. This is what he just said. I just put it in the chat.
It's a battle it's coming from a battle between sexes, and I only war with racist crackers and Freemasons. Everything else is beneath a real killer's feet. What does that mean?
Say that part again. Please say that again for me.
What?
He said it's coming from a battle between sexes, and it's only war with racist crackers and Freemasons. Everything else is beneath a real killer's feet.
No, the next one he did.
And
y'all
see,
are gonna
that's
make me
what I'm
unalive
saying.
a young brother based on Kevin Samuels. Yo, yeah, you need to go, fam. Yo, HQ, make me a mod over there, please, so I could just time this dude out.
That's probably wait a minute. That's probably no. He over there. Oh, he over there.
Yeah, he can stay over there.
Where are you from, man?
Yeah, hit the like button, y'all, please. 36 watching. I got 13 likes on my thing.
No, he over here now.
I'm from Mississippi.
When people are poor, they honestly believe, especially when you're poor-minded. So men pick women based on money.
Yes, absolutely. Status. Yes.
No, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's not even, I don't even want to do this, but I'm going to do you.
I'll make you famous.
You're going to become famous, man. Because men pick women based upon looks first.
Okay, you got him out of there.
In the comment section, gentlemen.
I banned him.
Yeah,
Man.
that's wild, man. You talking
you
about
mess with your
unaliving
I
people?
don't even understand what was going on with that. That was wild.
Bro.
I was like, wait a minute, what?
Hey, come on, freak. Hey.
I mean, if you could tone it down, it'd be a different story. But he probably gonna say some more wild shit. So he just banned his.
Did you get your alias back up here? I don't like yes, freak. Bring your alias back up here.
I was.
That's crazy.
Do you have any brothers?
I don't.
Okay. And you're on how old again?
29.
You've been wrong on fully about 80% of the things that have come out of your mouth. And you haven't, and it doesn't matter if I use facts, data. You can go, and you're a social worker, go pull it all this for yourself. You're saying that men pick women based upon the money. Okay, then that's a question. Why do you have women like Jill Scott? What was that woman's name? Down here in Georgia. Ran for governor. Stacey, whatever.
Abrams.
Oh yeah, the lady was
Stacey Abrams.
Why do you have these?
She married?
These women.
No, she's not. To a woman?
No, I thought he just said she was married. I thought he just said she was married.
No, Stacey Abrams is not married.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what's wrong with Jill Scott?
Ain't nothing wrong with Jill Scott.
Oh, I'm about to say.
No, he said these two women. He was talking about those two women. I'm trying to figure out why he was talking about
Stacey, whatever her name is.
Oh yeah, the lady with
Why do you have these women who are chronically single if men pick women based upon money first? Why do black women report the more education they have and the more money they make being less married?
Oh, you could go down a list of older women who are well off and are still single.
Well,
hell yeah, a lot.
Especially famous ones. You can go down the list. Like, or you don't know, or they definitely not married, but like you got the Taraji P. Hensons.
Right.
You got what's her name? Vivica Fox.
And these are beautiful women. So and there's
Lisa, what's her name?
It's the software. It's the attitude. Nobody wants a woman like Vivica Fox.
So the thing is, me and Jay saying, women, see, this is the thing. Of course, if all women were fit, feminine, friendly, then there'd be more people married. But that's not the market. The market don't have all fit, feminine, and friendly. So you're gonna have all of these people single and not getting married. So we just ain't gonna get married. We just gonna forget about it. Let's just forget about it. We just gonna be out here doing what we want to do. This is where we at. We just doing what we want to do.
And they've priced themselves out of that category we was talking about earlier, Black. Those guys that will settle for the willing. Yeah, those women don't want those guys.
Hold on, HQ. I might be wrong, but you're saying like men should just put up with the hell and the bullshit that these women are. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying I'm saying the market is the market. The ideal market is to have all these fit, feminine, and friendly women, but you don't have a market full of fit, feminine, and friendly women. You just have whatever women is here. You got to sift through those women and find the kind of woman that you want. My whole thing is, if women got to compromise, why men can't compromise too? And I get it. You do compromise, but you can't just say, I ain't gonna do nothing, because we on this planet to have these experiences. Even if all the women on the planet, they just wouldn't give me the fitness. Just for example, if all the women would not give me the fitness component that I require, I would at least try to find the other categories in a female, because I wasn't going to spend the rest of my life alone. So I try to find the other qualities in the woman.
Well, one thing,
the fitness, it wasn't there.
One thing I always say is, men are not going to change. Bottom feeder men that are on the lower tiers, not me, not JJ, in the military. He's in the fire service. I was a firefighter in the 90s. I don't have to settle for a fat, overgrown bear with a bad attitude.
That's what I'm saying.
I,
That's what I
yeah,
said.
so
I said the
yes,
market is what it is. The market has what it has in there. You either gonna sift through and find something close to the things that you want, or you not. You say you not gonna sift through it. You say that you just want something to appear out of the blue how you want it. I'm saying the world is full of them. You're gonna have to sift through whatever you're gonna have to sift through this. All of them women ain't gonna become fit, feminine, and friendly. It is what it is.
It's not, because it's oh man, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a perpetual thing.
Mhm.
Before, back in the day, it was few and far between, but the more it happens, the more it will happen. So we starting to see a lot more bigger people in general. Whereas before, you might have had like one or two big people in your class. Now the majority of the class is big, and to look at a skinny person or a fit person is like few and far between.
So I'm saying to you, okay, so if that's the market today, what you gonna do? You just gonna sit on the sideline and say, fuck it?
That's what a lot of guys is doing, HQ. That's why a lot of guys is
that's why women are
sitting
complaining.
out.
But I'm saying,
and that's why guys are dating out, and that's why guys are going overseas.
They got fat women there too. They got fat women there too, Black America. We just talking about women in general. We're not talking about foreign women. We're not talking about Asian women.
Even if the guys that can't leave, they just not engaging.
Right.
The guy, I forgot the numbers, but Media Man said it on his thing with his facts and statistics. A lot of guys are not engaging. I think between 18 and 35, a lot of guys haven't had sex in like the last whatever years, or have never had it.
That's what I'm saying.
Some crazy number.
It's gonna be some burn. It's gonna be a wash.
But then big girls know what their ankles smell like.
Yeah, but the big girls are having babies. The big girls stay pregnant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They know what their knees and their ankles smell like.
Right. So
damn,
what it is.
What's weird, Typro? Hey, they're big. Hey, they be getting it, man.
The weirds and that. He said.
You know what you say? Men pick women based upon money first.
Yeah.
But according to the numbers, they don't. Stacey Abrams, successful woman. She has money. Where's her husband? Gabrielle Sidibe. She had to go get an average-looking white dude. Do you want to retract that statement?
I don't. I stand on that, and I believe that. That's just some women. I mean, some women that you're not. Oprah. Oprah has a man.
Oprah's unfucking married.
She's not married, but she has money.
Exactly. Thank you.
But she could be married if she.
No, she couldn't. No, she couldn't.
Oprah could not be married to Stedman if she wanted to.
First of all, I move Oprah to the side because Oprah there's a question about something. Man, why?
There's a question about something. There's a question of whether she's got a liquor license or not. We know what time it is.
What do men choose women based upon? If women choose men based upon money, what do men choose women based upon?
Right.
Men choose women based upon money.
No, what the hell?
Women pick men solely off love.
That man done went over every scenario that could be said that men don't pick women for money, and she still keeps saying money. What the hell is wrong with her? She's just dumb. That's all. She's just dumb. This is what we're gonna say. She's just dumb.
I'm a approach it from a different angle. She is an unattractive woman who probably makes a little money. So the men that she's getting is probably picking her because of the money that she has. But she's getting men who are less than her financially. But on the attractive scale, that's where she's at.
I mean, I give her a 3. You know, I mean, she ain't way out of the way. I just give her that. You know.
Right. So she's a 3,
that's
and she's going to get a 4 or 5.
Saying, though. That's not what Black America is saying.
She's a 3, and she's going to get a 4 or 5, and a 4 or 5 nigga that's broke.
Okay.
So hold on. Let me ask something, Black America, respectfully.
Go ahead.
She has a swimming pool. She created a swimming pool, and everybody has to come through her. But the only people in her swimming pool are the needy people. And that makes her the most important person.
Okay.
That's because when you a social worker, you ain't making no money, and those hours never stop. The people who need stuff never stop. Right. And you become idealistic. Like, that system is broken. You're not gonna fix that system. So you have to be idealistic, and we always talk about this. A person is their job. Whatever their job is, they're gonna be that person. I want to add something else that I've noticed since I've been on all these panels.
Okay.
I think as people, we don't really know what we like. We don't know what our thing is. And we say stuff like, I know it when I see it. I want this, and this. And you hear a lot of people saying things that's not even in their category. Like, how have you ever dated a person like that? Well, no, but that's what I want.
Is somebody eating? Somebody got some crinkling stuff going on.
That's me. I'm going on mute. Go
okay.
ahead.
Y'all hit the like button, please, and thank you. Come in the door. Hit the like button, please, and thank you. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe. That'd be amazing, amazing, amazing. And hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody who is new coming in.
Ooh.
I'm surprised he ain't went off on her. I'm surprised.
This is a social worker.
She young. That's why.
Yeah.
Hold on. 17 likes and 71 watching. 19 likes.
Y'all can do better.
Come on, y'all.
At least 20 likes. Come on, y'all.
God,
hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Get him, Jay. Get him, Jay.
It don't change our algorithm, man. Just go ahead and hit that like button. If you sitting and watching the content, just hit the like, man. Support the channel. It's not that hard.
Put it on sale. Put it on sale, JT. Put it on sale. They'll do it if it's on sale.
Yes. We got 68. We got 68 likes. I can at least get 30 likes. Come on, don't be stingy about the likes. Y'all do what you got to do. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Please and thank you.
Poppy Blanco?
Hello.
Long time, brother.
I mean, I'm to the point where I don't even want to make any jokes because this is so sad.
Right.
It's the truth.
No, ma'am. You are danger, and you advise other women.
I do, absolutely, yes, I do.
How are you advising somebody at 20 some years old, 21 years old?
Thank you, Yahoo.
Why? It's the truth. I wouldn't lie to you. It's the truth.
Oh, because you shouldn't be advising anybody. This woman actually says men pick women based upon money. Then if that's the case, why do women who have PhDs and MBAs and everything else, why aren't they married? Especially in our community. Because we have the most educated women, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, why do we have the lowest marital rate?
Sometimes
one in four black women will marry anybody. Not just black men. 1 in 4 black women will marry in their lifetime. So you can't make it a black man issue. If men excuse me. You're not gonna fucking put this on black men. I will destroy you if you try that shit. I said one. Okay, as long as you don't try that, we can have the conversation. But 1 in 4 black women will marry in their lifetime.
Right.
If we have the most educated, meaning making money and education, then why are they the least married? If men choose women based upon status.
Some women are very busy. They have busy schedules. Some educated women have very busy schedules. So they really don't have time today.
The fact that she even says some.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Hold it.
I don't want to talk about, what you do is
So somebody said something to me about Oprah, and I thought it was amazing. We were talking about Oprah, and they said Oprah would be a good dude. Like, it'd be a good homie. And I thought that's an amazing way. Like, if you wanted a friend, Oprah is almost like that dude friend of yours.
Right.
Think about her personality. Think about how she does everything. That's it. That's why she doesn't fit in that woman box. With that said, I'm in.
Okay.
You start losing an argument, you start to deflect to the minority. Talk to me about the majority. 50% of the women in question who are educated, but yet 1 in 4 were married. Don't talk to me about some. Talk to me about the majority.
Right.
Why are 1 in 4 married? And actually, the marital rate drops as Black women go up in education and up in income, which is an up in status. Why does marriage drop?
Right.
Don't tell me about the ones that are some that are too busy. If men pick women based on if men pick women based on status, why are these higher status women more unmarried?
Right.
I believe that they get to the point where it's like, I've been single, I've been alone by myself, or while they're getting their education, they're dating, but it's just not a connection.
Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Ma'am, you just contradicted your own point and you won't stop. You said men pick women on status, and I'm saying, why are the women that have more status less married? You said men pick women based on status. And you have to explain why the women who have higher status are less married.
Right.
They choose not to be. They choose
SBC.
What the hell going on? It's like, look, and the more she talked, the more she's frustrated. I'm surprised he ain't cussed her out already.
Hey,
I'm surprised.
SBC.
This is wild. You say SBC, what's SBC?
Single by choice.
Yeah.
not to be
Single by choices.
Right.
Enemy, gentlemen.
What?
Execute Order 66.
I think she's 21 to hell.
I'm going to be honest, man. I'm going to be honest. This conversation ranks right up there with that smile conversation I had. Black women not wanting to smile at Black men.
Mm.
This is one of the saddest conversations I've had with a Black woman in my life.
Damn.
And the fact that nothing I'm saying, none of the data, none of it, is moving you off of your erroneous, false, demonstrably erroneous percent. You're just doubling and tripling down.
Mm.
You haven't opened your mind and say, well, maybe, well, that doesn't really make sense. Or maybe that's what I thought or I felt, but let me go back and you doubled and tripled down. Do you have a son or a daughter?
I have a son.
Mm.
Holy shit.
You said, holy shit. She raising him. She raising a boy, y'all. She raising a boy. No, what man got her pregnant, first of all? What man got her pregnant, and why did he take
the type of man not to stay with her?
What? That's wild. That's wild. Why
regardless of who that man is, he didn't stay with her, so that's the type of man he was.
This is what he said. Lord have mercy. He said my head hurt.
Let me ask you something, okay?
We're not bashing that woman. We're not bashing her at all. We just listening to what this lady say.
Why is when you speak facts about something bashing? Mm-hmm. Why is when you speak facts about who said anything? Nobody called her ugly or anything. The thing she's saying is ignorant. And the fact that she's not with her baby father is a fact. The type of guy that she got with is the type of guy that didn't want to stay with her. What if she didn't want to stay with him? Well, then she got with the type of guy that she didn't want to stay with. So that means she had a baby with the type of guy she didn't even want. So no matter how you cook it, it's the same meal. Right. There's no bashing.
Right.
If I can jump in, I think something good that we do with these, we use them as, I call them case studies. Right. We look at them and we say, okay, this is what I see. What do you see? Okay, how could this be better? how could this person elevate? Because right now she wants to elevate herself.
Right.
But what we're really hearing is she doesn't have tools. HQ, I love you because you were open enough to say, let's go through Kevin Samuels stuff. And then you said, look, I ain't a fan. But you were willing, and we don't want you to be a fan. We don't want you to go from not a fan to a fan. That's not it at all. But we're just saying he has some,
speak for yourself.
He has some good points. And a lot of times women didn't get a chance to hear those in a perspective and without being offended.
Right. I'm going through them as an observer, you know, that's stepping back from the charged atmosphere that it was. That everybody just rushed over there to hear what he had to say, and then it was like boom, boom, boom. So I'm sitting back casually wondering why he said that. Does that make sense? Does that not make sense? So I'm looking at it purely as, okay, I don't hate him, I don't like him. I'm just gonna be neutral, and then I'll figure out whether, this is correct.
And most people miss what Jay Tillman said. Most people miss what Black America said. Anytime we talk about Kevin, we'll say, hey, we don't agree with that point. We're not throwing him away, but there's some points we don't agree with. But what we are also saying is he has a lot of things that cause an alignment for Black men. And these conversations that we've been having for a year, 2 years, they're hard conversations that our community will not have. And we've all come here to have them.
Yes.
Everybody who's been here has gotten better. Right. With that said, I'm in. Welcome home, Jay Tillman.
Yeah, I'm trying, brother. Like every day, man. I mess up too, man. I ain't perfect.
Hold on. They said no one can click the link. How do they use the link? You can copy and paste it into your web browser, and it'll bring you right here. You copy and paste the link. The HQ React link, you can copy and paste it, and then it'll bring you right here. Right, Black America?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that how it works? Yes. Damn, David. What you talking about?
And I mean no disrespect. I really don't. I really don't. But are you trolling me?
Yeah, write the link down.
Are you trolling me?
I'm not.
Well, even if we were talking as just two educated people,
right.
Man, do your feelings trump facts?
No.
So if you feel something is one way or another,
right,
and facts are presented to show you the opposite, do you change your mind?
Sometimes I have to, yeah.
Sometimes. Okay. Why would you not change your mind?
Right.
Oh, he said facts. So why would you not change your mind every time?
I had a strong feeling.
HQX no on post a link on your community wall. No, I'm talking about the link in here. The link I keep posting in here, Papi Blanco. You got to copy the link in here. In here, you got to copy the link and then put it in your web browser. If you're on your mobile, pull up the YouTube link and click the link. Yes.
I won't waver off of it.
So if facts impartial, you will, and you can be proven factually that something is correct.
Right.
True, right. You're saying that as an educated woman, that there are times where you'll sit back and just ignore the facts based upon a strong gut feeling.
Yes.
Is that how you're going to raise your son?
Off my morals, yes.
That's not morals.
It's not the morals.
Are you going to raise your son to look at facts that he can verify and prove, scientific method or whatever, and then say, I'm going to go off my strong gut feeling? Is that how you're going to raise your son?
Yes.
We have another young Black statistic, y'all. And I'm serious. People think I hate Black women, and I do this to show you the sickness in our community. You really believe this is right?
Excuse me.
This is. I'm gonna just. I don't even need to say anything else. The world is different for men.
Happy and wrong. Like, what can you do? What can you do? That boy gonna be 18 years old before you know it.
Right.
And she's the one instilling this stuff in him. What can you do?
Right.
Kevin Samuels said facts.
Right.
It's a truth. It's a reality. If you find out the facts, will you change your mind? She said sometimes. She was being honest, but that's bad.
Yeah.
I respect her honesty, but that's still bad, man.
Yeah. That's wild. She shouldn't even be raising a kid with this kind of logic.
Women can get away more with doing things that way. You do realize this is why so many.
Wait a minute, Black America. What did you do? Did you copy the link and then put it in your phone web browser? Is that what you did?
Yeah, I had to go through all of that shit to come up. It's ridiculous. You gotta. So on the phone, on an Android phone, you gotta go into your Google and you gotta put it in the search bar. The whole link, the https:// StreamYard.com / and then then the following sequence of letters and numbers. That's the only way that you can come up on an answer.
Right. Damn, Jay came up pretty quick.
No, I'm on my computer now.
Oh, okay. When you're on the computer, it's easy. Okay. I got you. Okay, I got you.
Young black men in jail because they go off their feelings.
HQ, hold on. I wanted to
give
them some suggestions on clicking the link. Jay Tillman is on his computer, right? You joined the link from your computer?
Yeah, that's right, King Kunta.
Yeah, so when you're on the computer, it's easier because you on a web browser already. So I'm this is for the chat. If you're trying to click the link and you're on a mobile, if you have an iPhone, I'm not sure about the Android, but if you have an iPhone and you're watching YouTube mobile, you could do two things. Screenshot the link on the iPhone. iPhone will let you highlight that link and go right to it. It's very easy. It'll take 20 seconds. You just screenshot the link and you can highlight screenshots on your iPhone. It'll take you right to it. That's how I joined. Take me 20 seconds. The second way on all phones is go to YouTube through your internet browser, not the YouTube app. If you're using YouTube app, you're not going to be able to do this. You go through youtube.com through Safari or whatever your internet browser is, and you just pull up YouTube like normal, and the chat link will be accessible just like that. So it's an extra step. You can't use the YouTube app, but you can use the internet browser on your phone, pull up the chat just like you're using your app, and you could go right to the link. So those are the two quickest ways that I know from experience to get on the panel. And I'm gonna keep saying it in the chat.
Or HQ could just stop doing vertical and stop making it so damn difficult. She can do that too.
She been running up the.
You just mad because you got more shit to learn. That's all. Just sit back and learn.
No, you trying to simulcast with your racist channel. You just do it regular. Just do it.
HQ trying to grow the channel.
Yeah, but it's this is the whole thing.
Best channels though.
No, it's not HQ. Believe me, for your well-being. My thing is protection. No, it's not. No,
I would figure it out.
Okay, so HQ, this what Papi Blanco did say was a way that some channels do it.
I did do it. I put the link in. I put it on the post, the community post.
Tab. Okay, so that's the way you can put it in your description. Right. So, but it's options, but it is what it is. I'm gonna jump back down. Black America, I heard you taking shots at Pro-black people, man.
Man, you know, I see this. I'm telling you, Ty, bro. I just don't like the pro-black shit
Oh no,
because,
here we go.
bro, no,
Not
because
you,
we're
Black. I'm just talking
American.
about in general.
No, yeah, because we're American.
I'm just here
We've
so I don't
either
get fired.
we've either been in this country for hundreds of years, or we was imported into this country. Either way you look at it, us as Americans, we're Americans. The,
I
Good,
the
bad, or
agree.
ugly.
pro-black
I
the,
agree
the
with
pro
you.
the pro-black sector is saying, hey, you shortchanged me. It don't matter if the referee's cheating. You gotta still keep fucking playing the game.
Okay,
What do
do
you
you
It,
mean?
do-
can
it, it,
can you not be
Wait a
can
minute, hold
you
on, hold on, hold on. We'll have a chance to talk about that later. Let's finish this video.
okay.
The
all
video
All
is
right,
right,
yeah,
almost done.
let me
The
yeah.
get out
video
of
is
here.
almost
Go
done.
Causing
back down,
trouble.
Ty, bro. Your
Hold on.
racist ass.
Hold on.
Black power, black
And then you
power.
sit around and turn around in the same group of women talking about black men can't produce.
Mm.
You don't make enough money to provide. But you, man, are the kind of woman that raises a boy to go off of his feelings, his strong gut.
Mm.
How do you think that's going to set your son up to compete with men of other races?
I don't know. I haven't thought about that.
What?
Whoa.
How old is your son?
12.
That's what I was just talking
12. She
about.
got
Look at that shit.
He's 12 already.
Ooh-wee. Damn. Damn. He's 12 years old already, and he almost formed his own opinions, and he got her opinions.
Yeah, that's done. He's done. That's done.
Yeah,
He's
so,
done.
yeah, he's
12.
already formed his own opinion. By 7 kids form who they are. He's all fucked up. He,
Damn.
Hold
that's
on a
bad.
second. Let me jump in and say
He,
something. Black America talked about something, and I call it the DNA timeline. In all men's DNA, there's a timeline of 7, and he broke that down. It was a master class of how he broke that down, and it's what you go through every 7 years, all those stages and what they mean, and that's what we're just talking about right now. This kid has already passed a couple of those stages.
Right. Y'all hit the like button, please, and thank you. I need 10 more likes. Come on, thank you. Hit the like button, please. Stop guarding the like button. Don't cost you a thing. Hit the like button, hit the hate button, but hit the button one way or the other, please, and thank you. Thank you.
When the fuck do you think you should start thinking about it?
Whoa.
I'm not being funny, man. I'm trying to talk to you seriously. You're raising a 12-year-old black boy.
Right.
And you're telling everybody in here that I'll raise him to believe in his gut over things that he can see is true.
Right.
And you want him to go out into that dangerous world. What's going to protect him if his senses and his logic doesn't? What's supposed to protect him?
Morals, values.
Feelings are not morals. You keep calling things morals. These are feelings.
Right.
You're not supposed to emotionally respond. You're supposed to intellectually react. And you guys wonder why we have so many emotional young black men, because this is their mother. And they make it sound like a virtue. Morals. This isn't morals. It's illogical, feelings-based thinking.
What's wrong with having emotions? What's wrong with acting?
When it is opposite.
What's wrong with acting
observable
off of emotions? Did she really about to ask that question?
She asked that question. Yes, she did.
That's crazy. Could you imagine if everybody acted off of emotion?
It'd just be a wild world I wouldn't want to live in, because it'd just be too many people crashing out. People be crashing out every day, all day, if that was the case. and there wouldn't be too many logical people around, and us logical people would be upset all the time because we'd have to deal with these people and their emotion. No, you can't act off emotion. You have to be able to control yourself. She's raising her son to be an emotional man, crying all the time, talking about his feelings all the time, doing.
And what do we say
When
about
men get
emotional men?
emotional, they get violent.
Yeah.
Emotional men are dangerous. Emotional men who have.
All right, so here's what happened.
Right.
That
We
man
was
on
at the
the train.
playground. Jay Tillman and I got into
another
it.
analogy.
Black American and I got into it. Well, we got into it during school, but we took it on the playground. We punched each other in the face. When we leave the playground, it's done.
Right.
But what's happening right now, you're seeing a lot of people getting stabbed. You're seeing a lot of people getting shot. You're seeing a lot of people get deleted. That's the emotional reaction. That's not connected to the primal masculine. That's the difference. Because when we get done with that fight, the level of respect is going to be there. Win or lose, the level of respect will be there. With that said, I'm in. I ain't fighting neither one of them though.
That's crazy.
I ain't fighting nobody, man. I get out of bed, I be sore. I ain't about to fight nobody.
Hell no.
Truth, facts. When 2 + 2 is 4, and you still say, I believe it's 3, because that's my morals.
Oh gosh, Sugar, why do you come in here with this nonsense?
I hope she ain't trolling his ass. I hope that wasn't what this was.
She thinks she's winning. She thinks she's winning.
That's great.
Do you not understand that?
I get that.
So what's the question?
It's no question, Mr. Sanders. I was just listening.
No, I'm asking what's the question, because you're saying what's wrong with having morals. Man, morals is right or wrong.
Right.
Facts are prove or disprove.
Right.
2 + 2 is 4. What is the right or wrong in that equation?
It's not 3. You said 3. No,
I knew that was coming.
What are we going? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? No wonder this video is like 2 million. I think it's like 2 million looks or views. 2 million views. Wow. Or 4 million. One of the two.
Right. It's 4.
Yeah, but if your gut told you that's not all the picture, man, you've said it several times that you can look at something and think or believe something, and then you can be given facts, data, statistics, things that you can verify and prove yourself by whatever method, scientific method,
right,
an abacus, whatever, and you can come up with the same conclusion that this is right, this is accurate. And you said there are times where I'll dismiss it, and I say, what? If I feel strongly.
Through life experiences.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna say something that's gonna sound rude. I'm not trying to be rude, but this is that down south, old slave, Negro, just, man, this isn't about life experiences. This is about facts. If you can, and here's the thing, you're looking like you just can't understand that you're raising a boy,
right,
to think like you.
Right.
Men don't get the same benefits and the same benefit of the doubt. Is his dad in his life?
He is.
But you take the leadership role in what he does.
Not all the time.
Okay. Well, how we got here is this woman actually said that she thinks that men choose women based upon looks and status.
Right.
And then men choose women based upon love. Then we broke down the numbers of 74% of Black women earn less than $50,000, and 9% of Black women earn over 9% of $74,000. So I said the women she was talking about was in the top 10%. She disagreed, and it turned out they're in the top 9%. And even given facts that you can go look up on blackdemographics.com, that's been collated and sorted by everything else, she still said men choose women of a higher status. And I said, well, then why do Black women who report to be the most educated and report as they go up in education and income, the marital percentages go down?
Right.
That flies in face of your theory. And she still said, I'm right. You realize at no point have you changed anything you said in the face of better data. Right.
Mm-hmm.
How do we get anywhere with women like you if you're not willing to change your mind?
It's not that a matter of her willing to change her mind. I don't think she can. I don't think she is. I don't think it's computing what he's saying to her. She's just stuck on. I don't think it's computing with her.
Hey, HQ, you ever seen that clip? When they got the different color bottles that they can't see which colors match up. We can see it, but they can't. Mm-hmm. And it's a Latino couple. Mm-hmm. And he's getting them right, and then she keeps telling them no, and she keeps switching them to the wrong ones and telling them that's it right there, that's it. That's like the personification of what's going on here. Even the man switch them, and the guy say, "Yeah, you got two right." He's like, "Yeah, that's it," and she's like, "No, this is it," because that's how she feels.
Right.
No matter what the facts were, she does not care. It's about what she feels. And what she feels to her is right. And she's going to go with what she thinks is right every time.
Every time.
In the evidence
backseat driving. Just backseat driving all over the place. This is dangerous. And not to harp on her. I went back out in the chat. That lady Paige was like, you guys are about like talking bad about, a panel of grown men talking bad about women. We're not talking bad about women.
No.
All we're doing is pointing out the deficiencies of this one. If Miss Page, if you are a woman who can think and breathe cognitively and do what he's saying, then you're not this woman. This woman is an idiot. Don't be like this woman. That's all we say.
I think she's just incapable of going further than what she had. That's all.
And when you sit down and have a conversation and the man presents better data and women like yourself refuse to change your mind, how do we get anywhere?
I don't know. I'm going to stand on that. That's what I believe.
Okay. Are you okay? So if your son was dealing with a woman and he was right, based upon everything that's observable, verifiable facts, figures, data, statistics, and she believed like you, she's just going to stand on what she believes. What would you tell him to do with her? Would you tell him to stay with her, continue to work with her? What would you tell him to do?
Right.
I would tell him to, if he feels like he want to stay, then continue to work with her. But if he can't, he feel like he couldn't get through to her and she wasn't.
Well, no, ma'am. There's no getting through. You've already tried. Right. And she says, I'm going to stand her like you're doing. If she was taking your stance, what would you tell your son to do with her?
If he didn't want to be with her anymore, I would tell him.
No, it has nothing to do with want to be with her. This is a matter of somebody has to lead, somebody has to follow. Choices have to be made.
Right.
See what I mean? What I said earlier.
She's trying to deflect.
Every time he asks her something directly, she has to manipulate it to change it to make herself right.
Right.
So I learned something. I'm learning something from listening to this. And this, HQ, I love you. This is why this is priceless for us. I was in a situation and I was doing something. And I was I call it, I think the term is stuck on stupid, parked on dumb. Right. I kept doing the same thing and I was getting nowhere. Like this lady is frustrating all of us, right? And somebody, which I didn't know what they were doing, the Wolfpack said, hey man, you doing this. Why don't you try this instead? And then I started talking. They say, I heard you. And they said, why don't you stop what you're doing? And they just said it firmer. And I was like, all right. I tried it. It unlocked 3 other doors. But you have to. So when I hear her, my point is to put it in a parallel. She keeps saying the same thing that's frustrating us because she doesn't have a support system. She got as a job where she's everybody else's support system, and she knows all the bells and whistles of that. But she is like a trainer having a trainer. It's like a therapist having a therapist. She's a social worker, but she don't have a network and support system for herself. That's why she keeps saying the same things the same way, because she doesn't have. And I'll just use an HQ. She don't have an HQ to say, hey, baby girl, let me help you. Let me help you out a little bit. She doesn't have that. She doesn't have a Glorious. She doesn't have a Natural. She doesn't have an Erica to say, you know what, that's a good way to look at it, but try this way. She doesn't have that. And that's the difference in our community. With that said,
that's the beauty of, coming on having these discussions, is because sometimes you can fine tune your argument or change your argument, or maybe you find out that your argument is not correct, or maybe you find out your argument is all the way spot on. That's the beauty of coming on here. Why she didn't take any of his jewels, the things he said, why she didn't mull them over in her mind and say, oh, okay, that it sort of makes sense.
Because she's a feminist. Hey, Zeus, we definitely don't want her talking to HQ. This girl be all fucked up. This girl be all fucked up. If she was talking to HQ, you definitely don't want that little motherfucker talking to HQ. Believe that.
I'm a feminist, a regular feminist. I'm not a wild.
Your husband has spoken.
This regulars.
There's regular feminists, and then there's the man-hating feminists. There's 2 different types.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I gotta go get these kids set up.
I appreciate you, brother.
All right, Jay, come back. We here.
Yeah, I'll be back definitely. Y'all, everybody, go check out my channel. Go listen to my music. It's good. Okay. Go make some babies responsibly to my stuff.
Why you didn't put that chain in the chat? Why you didn't put it in the chat?
Okay, I will.
Okay.
It's true. If she's gonna stand, you're at an impasse. He's over here. She's over there. A decision has to be made. She's not going to be budged. She's not going to budge. She's not cooperating. She's not agreeing.
Because she doesn't agree?
She doesn't agree, and she doesn't agree based upon her feelings. She doesn't agree. It's not that she doesn't agree based upon any of the facts or the data. It's solely based upon her stringent belief. What are you going to tell your son to do with a woman like that? Because if he's his wife,
right,
is the woman he's with, what are you going to tell her to do with?
This is wife. What
are you going? His girlfriend before he becomes his wife. See, what do you tell your son to do with a woman that will not follow his lead?
Right.
Will not change her mind based upon anything that's verifiable and provable. If it's only she makes decisions based primarily on her feelings. What do you tell your son to do? Do you tell him to stay, or do you tell him to leave her?
Stay. What? Just because of
this is where that Maury Povich shit, where boys are going, and Maury recognizes that you're not the father, and these mothers tell these boys that you're gonna stay in that child's life. You've been there for the first 2 years, and we're gonna raise it. This is the pathology. Thank you, man. Have a good evening. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Jesus H. fucking Christ. This has been one of the most watershed moments in anything I've ever done. That is it, people. That mother said she would tell her son to stay in that shit. And you guys think we make this up?
That's wild.
Hello, you guys.
That's wild. Yeah. He got her. That was an interesting take. I found that one, and I was like, I don't even understand what's going on with this goofiness right here. That was one of the biggest views that he got, is this woman right here, this whole scenario. He had one of the biggest views with this woman. This is the next one, but it's not so long though. I I gotta make it go further, a little further. Hold on. Here we go.
I just think it's just a term of. First of all.
Okay, these are the ones you jump right in. Okay. All right.
Cannot say what's wrong or right.
Y'all see?
Hello.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can now. Hi, how are you?
Hold on.
I'm doing pretty good, Kevin.
What do you got for me?
Well, first of all, there are a few things that I do not agree with. Now I am 45 years old.
Okay.
And you mentioned, and we're talking about divas, queens, and bosses. First of all, I grew up listening to Beyonce and Mariah Carey. That's what I consider divas. And I just think it's just a term of endearment. You know, it's something for a woman to feel empowered.
Empowered to do what?
So
empowered to do what?
It's an empowering feeling. Just, you know, just at a point where they're very confident in themselves and.
Okay.
And,
what does your husband have to say about it?
Whereas my husband, I'm divorced.
All right. So name me the white women that run around calling themselves divas. Or name me any other race of women that call themselves these things. Divas, queens, and bosses. Tell me how Asian women empower themselves. Tell me how white women empower themselves. Show me how Middle Eastern and Hispanic women empower themselves.
Okay, but why do we have to be like them though? I mean,
well, I'm asking because we're humans. Okay, you asked the question that you can't overtalk me.
Right.
Oh, I'm not. I apologize. I apologize. I'm not trying to overtalk.
But my thing is, first off, can you turn off the YouTube channel in the background?
Yes.
This is one of the roasting sessions. This is one of the sessions where he really get at the woman. Because ain't no good men. This is the title. Ain't no good men.
All right. It's not a problem about this empowerment, man. It's pedestalizing. That's what it's not empowerment, it's pedestalizing.
Y'all hit the like button coming in out. Hit the like button. I need like 10 more likes. Please and thank you. Hit the like button, please and thank you.
Did you hear the previous caller who called herself a boss? And who was in business for 10 years, but she had no employees? What is she a boss of?
Well, I mean, again, that, you know, being a boss, you can, it's a term of, you know, running things, running your own business. And you don't necessarily have to have.
No, that's not true. Let's look up the definition of boss. Go ahead.
You know, it doesn't necessarily, you don't necessarily have to have employees to consider yourself a boss.
Boss, noun, a person.
Some women.
You mean
yeah, some women.
There you go.
In charge of a worker or organization, union bosses.
Big.
Or verb, giving orders or domineering manner. That sounds more like it. The verb boss makes a lot of sense, especially when Black women use it, because they're certainly not in charge of workers.
Well, I'm in charge of my own schedule.
Okay. You have any kids? Do you have any children?
Yes, I do.
How many?
2.
Boys or girls?
Both, boy and girl, 23 and 24.
Okay, but when they were 5 or 8 years old, remember those years? They could have been in charge of making up their bed. Does that make them bosses?
Yeah, bosses of their own domain.
Are you trying to be are you really trying to be serious? Man, honestly, man, but if that's how we're gonna go with it, then this conversation really is kind of pointless. If you're gonna tell me a 5 and an 8-year-old is a boss of something, then that goes into the delusion factor.
Okay. All right. Touche. All right. Well,
it's the need to be right. It's the need for them to be right. This is that point.
Many black women want to be right, man.
I knew it.
You just won't even, when something's wrong, you'll still try to find a way to be right.
Right.
But I am compromising. We're meeting in the middle, but I just.
Okay, well, meet in the middle. Meet me in the middle. How does calling yourself a diva, a queen, or a boss facilitate healthy relationships with men?
Well, the men that I encounter, they actually, I don't know too many women that call themselves divas.
But how does this facilitate? How does it facilitate healthy interactions with the men?
No, we're just going over some of it. That's all, John. We going over some and listening.
And by calling yourself somebody in charge.
Right.
Well,
okay, you're divorced, right?
Yes.
So am I. And one of the big problems in a lot of marriages, in particular in Black America, is who leads? Who's supposed to lead?
The male.
So if I were your husband, how could I lead you? So if I were your husband, how could I lead you if you were a boss?
A boss of my schedule, a boss of my work.
Again, that's pedestalizing and overinflating importance. Why? Why is it so important to make things sound so grand that are just common? That's why I use the kids example. That's why I use the kids making up a bed. Right. Yeah, they feel good about it, but in the grand scheme of things, it ain't nothing. And then damn sure you being the boss. But far too many Black women want a pat on the back for just average stuff.
Well, making the bed. I mean, that's part. Well.
Just say, ma'am. She's struggling to sit back and say, "Damn, you got me." Check.
Well, I mean, we're talking about in rooms,
and that's what we're talking about.
Just take the L, lady. Just take the L. This shit don't make sense. Run around calling yourself a diva. I mean, I kind of get it, sort of. You're trying to build your ego up. You're trying to present more than what it actually is. I get all that. That's what you're trying to do. But
it's harmful. It's harmful though, HQ. It's harmful and it's hurtful in a relationship, in the context of a relationship.
Only if you let it spill over into that. Only if you let it spill over into that.
HQ, you don't deal with Black women, HQ. They all do it. They got necklaces. The girl, hell, even my number one went and got Queen tattooed on her wrist. They all do it, HQ.
But it's really an empowerment tool. That's what it is. It's an empowerment tool. It's to empower her.
And that's what he just asked you. Empowerment of what?
It's an internal thing. It has nothing to do with the outside. It has to do with the inside. It's supposed to anyway.
And so when you start feeling good and chippery on the inside, you ever heard of the term a cup of courage? You know what that is, right? Liquor, a cup of courage.
Say that again.
Have you ever heard of the term a cup of courage? Liquor.
Yes.
Yeah. So you drink some liquor and you at the bar and you say, "Watch this, bad shit is going to happen." That is the same. You're not supposed to feel like that. You don't need to feel empowered because you're going to do something. It's going to be regrettable.
But see, here's the thing. How do you know what makes me or inflates my drive or puts me in the mood, puts me in the mood to move. All people need motivation, or some people need motivation. Why can't this be a motivational thing? It doesn't necessarily have to fall into the relationship or blind the relationship. I mean, it's just like somebody waking up in the morning and saying, "Let me read God's prayer," or "Let me chant this. I am a good person. I am a good person. I am a good person." It's the same thing. You're just empowering yourself, and it's supposed to be internal. And if it's internal, then there's nothing wrong with it being internal. I'm just saying it depends on how
You
they.
just did light gaslighting. That was gaslighting what you did.
Do internal things spill out onto the
You
outside?
you compared calling yourself the
Right.
boss babe, the diva, the queen, to doing God's prayer.
So,
okay, if you can't see.
Oh, I see what you mean, but it don't make a difference. I'm talking in terms of a mantra. I'm not talking in terms of it being the same thing on the same level. I'm talking in terms of it being a mantra. That's all I'm saying. They're the same thing. When you wake up in the morning and you want to do some kind of prayer for yourself, you're encouraging yourself. You're making yourself feel better, or making yourself view the day and view your life in a better light. So when someone gets up and says inside of themselves, and I'm a decent human being, I'm a queen, I'm gonna have a beautiful day, X, Y, and Z. If it's internally done, then it's fine. I don't see anything wrong with it being internal. I'm not saying
I know you don't see, and that's what I'm saying. I know you don't see anything
about that.
But that's the way women think. I mean, a lot of women think that way. I want to empower myself. That's why we have stickers on our desks that say, "Ask me a question." Or
2,800 miles away from you.
You say what? I didn't hear you.
I say it spills to the outside of the woman.
Yeah, that's what I said. When it spills on the outside and it becomes delusional, whereas everybody got to think of you as a diva, or everybody got to think of you as a boss, then when it spills on the outside, then it's a sort of a delusion. But if you say it on the inside and you're doing it to pump yourself up or make yourself feel good, there's nothing wrong with doing it in the inside, internally. No, I don't think so.
HQ, give me 1 second. Let me try to lay it out. When you call yourself whatever, king, queen, blah, 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 and that's your thing that you're on the parallel with saying the Lord's Prayer, you're creating delusional framework. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these people take this on. I know you're saying internal. We're talking about external. They're doing this externally. That's what the conversation Kevin was talking about, where the woman said, "I don't think it's anything wrong with calling herself a queen or a boss babe." That's what the woman said. And just when you do that, that's when you start getting into that category of "I deserve." That's when you get in the category of overvaluing what you are, what your sexual market value is. And what happens is you create what's called the never ending. That means you always want to consume more to keep up with the Joneses. When you do the Lord's Prayer, or any kind of prayer, it doesn't matter, you're being grateful for the crumbs. And then you move from a humble place. That's how I saw that comment that you said. I could be wrong. Lick your lips. I'm in.
About how many black women who call themselves bosses are in charge of anything.
I feel like if a woman runs her own business and do not go into a 9-to-5, is considered a boss.
All right. So you know what else? I mean, but see, man, that makes sense, because so many black women won't call themselves fat or morbidly obese. They'll say they're BBW. See, a lot of you black women love to make up your own definitions. Forget the dictionary. We're gonna make up our own words. It's gonna have our own meanings. But here's the thing: the world doesn't work that way. Your arteries still say you're morbidly obese. One of the biggest pushbacks I get is from Black women talking about weight.
Well, I don't have a weight problem. And you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
No,
Some
beauty
men like
is pretty well universal. There are some subjective things. How tall are you?
5'7".
Okay. What is the average weight of an American man?
The average weight, I would say maybe 185, 90.
Okay. And what's the weight of an average?
Nice.
What's the weight of an average American female?
I would say maybe 150, 155.
The weight of an average American man is 168 pounds.
Right.
The weight of an average American woman,
right,
55 years ago, who were the same height, used to be 120 pounds, and it shot up to 166 pounds. The average American Black female is 187 pounds. The average Black woman weighs more than the average Black man at her height. Is that normal?
Mm-hmm.
Is that normal?
To compare to what statistics?
Normal. Normal comparing. No, I got you. No. See, you about to try to pull this white shit on me. No. Normal compared a man to a damn woman. Should a woman who's 5'5" weigh more than a man who's 5'5"?
Right.
Well, absolutely not.
Well, but they do. But they
ideally.
do. But they do. No, ideally, it's called they do.
Right. Right.
You know, hey.
Go ahead, make an excuse. Go ahead, make excuses for it.
No, I'm not making an excuse. I'm just saying that, you know, the options are very low for Black women.
What do you mean? Hold on, whoa! Stop right there. You're gonna have to justify that.
What she say? Wait a minute, let her finish.
What do you mean?
I'm justifying it in terms of there's a lot of good men that are locked up.
Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there, man. Okay. I need to stop you right there. I need to stop you right there. I need you to pay attention. 51% of Black men are single and childless. 64% are in the middle class. So you can go ahead and take that 1980s talking point back over to color purple land, because that shit is factually inaccurate and untrue according to Black people statistics. Go to blackdemographics.com, saying as though you want to know those are white folks, then go to blackdemographics.com, Black statistics for Black people about Black people, and they'll show you.
Well, either way, it's a lot.
So 51%. No, ma'am. See what you did? You just try to skip. See, every time I make a point, you instead of saying, "Damn, I didn't know that," you're gonna still try to be right. Instead of saying, "Bro, I didn't know that." Well, I didn't. No, ma'am. Instead of saying, "You know what, bro, I didn't know that." 51% are single and childless. That means they're unmarried, no kids, and 64% in the middle class. Damn, I didn't.
Well, y'all know I don't believe that statistic, but you know, for these purposes, he's making a point to her. But you know, I don't believe those statistics. The whole point is she thinks there's no. But then again, it's terrible out here. It's terrible out on the dating market. So why would she be wrong? It's not a lot of good men, and it's not a lot of good women, according to both sides.
Why don't you believe in the statistics that they've been tracking? Blackdemographics.com focuses in.
The statistic is skewed.
It focuses in on Black people specifically.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they focus in on, is Black people. Why wouldn't you believe in what a group that is searching and researching Black people? Why wouldn't you believe that? That's a question I have.
Because when statistics, and this is for white statistics and Black statistics, how would they?
No. Blackdemographic.com only focuses in. That's what I'm telling you. Blackdemographics.com only focuses in on Black Americans.
I get that.
But what I'm
going to say is not based on a race. What I'm saying is, regardless of the race, the statistic that they have for saying how do they get the statistic that says 50% of men don't have kids? How do they get that statistic?
Because they're focusing in on black men only by
No,
the childbirth that black men have. So blackdemographics.com focuses in on black American people, not any other group of people, just black American people.
No. What I'm saying is, how did they get the statistic? The statistic of 51% of the men don't have children because
they go through all of the birth records. They go through all of the birth records.
Absolutely.
They go through child support. They go through all of the birth records. They go through child support. They comb through all. You say you don't believe it?
No. I said absolutely. That's exactly what they go through.
Right. They go through all of the birth certificates. They go through the CDC. They go through everything that ever marks down what black people have done. Everything from jail populations to STDs to
That's not how they get the birth rate. That's not how they get the birth rate, though.
No, it is. You just don't want to believe that's how they get the birth rate.
I've already researched it because I didn't believe it from the beginning. They do take a lot of things into account, but they cannot test people who don't sign a birth certificate. They cannot test those. No matter how you like it or slice it, you cannot test people who do not come to the hospital and sign a birth certificate. So
okay,
we have to admit it. There's plenty of men that ain't went to the damn hospital and signed no birth certificate. So what do we do about all of those men that have children that ain't never been to the hospital, sign no birth certificate? Most men don't go there if they're not married to the woman and they not together. He don't go there and sign the birth certificate. So what do we do about those men? Those men are not recorded.
Do you know any men that Do you know any men that's on child support or have ever been on child support, HQ?
No, not personally, no.
Okay, so I do. And you know what those men don't do? They don't sign the birth certificate, but when they go to court and they have to pay child support, who is allocated? They are now the parent of that child.
Now you're being disingenuous because most people don't go to. Most people don't
I'm
go.
not being disingenuous.
There's only a small percentage that they paying child support. There's only a small percentage that be on the birth certificate now. Don't be disingenuous.
Exactly, and that's what we've been trying to say for years.
So that whole group of men that are not on the birth certificate and don't go to court and all of that whole group of men are left out. So I don't believe that 51% don't have kids.
Once again, it's not very many men who have kids.
No, there's not very many men that sign birth certificates, you mean?
No, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying first. It's not very many men that have a baby with a woman and have not been on child support. Those men are that small percentage. Hold on. Those men are that small percentage that, like me, those men that are like me with like 16 kids, they are the ones who go through the child support system and stuff like that. Even if they don't sign the birth certificate, they are still allocated as being the father.
So
it's a group of men. I think it's 5 men.
It says here that 1 in 5 parents, male, are custodial parents, and mostly are mothers. Around 44.
You're talking about custodial. That doesn't have anything to do with anything.
Hold on. 44 to 50% of men have a formal custody arrangement. 44 to 50%. That's all men. Okay.
So what does that? So what does that mean?
Wait a minute.
So let me explain to you what that means. A formal custody thing means they had either been married and got divorced, or they went to child support, and then it was some kind of parenting time set up. 44, and so that bears it out. HQ, what was that percentage? What was it again? Say it again.
That percent was all men, 44%.
Okay, so we're not talking about all men. We are talking about black men.
Right.
That's the thing. You keep trying to lump us in all together. We're not all together. Black men are their own demographic. Black women are their own demographic. It's like when they did the cocktails with queens, and Ice Cube set up the thing, and he said, "This is what I'm doing for black people." And the black women pushed back and said, "Well, what is it for black women?" And Ice Cube was like, "Well, black women are black people." And they was like, "No, we're not." And that's what we're talking about. Black people encompassing every black man, woman, and child. That's what it is. You keep trying to go to this all thing, and it just doesn't fly.
The Black America. I'm saying the only thing I'm saying is they go by birth rates. If they go by birth rates and other little other things related to birth rates, that 51%, and most people don't sign a birth certificate if they're not married because they don't show up at the hospital. If that is the case, then that 51%, if they base it on signing birth certificates, cannot be statistically true. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so what about
if most people don't go to the hospital and sign a birth certificate, and if they base it on signed birth certificates,
that's not what they base, and that's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm trying to expand you to. They're not just basing it on signed birth certificates, HQ. That is not the only factor that they are basing this on. You think that is when you're doing an experiment, you run several different things through several different ways. You don't just base it on one thing, because you're not going to come up with the right hypotenuse or theory. You're not going to come up with it if you just run it the same way every time. So they run it several different ways. And that's what I'm telling you. It's not just based on the birth certificates.
But child support, birth certificates, Center for Statistics, yeah. Okay. Yeah, they base it on all kinds of things. So I'm just saying I don't believe the number. It may be true, but I don't believe the number. I don't believe it, but
So you just read it and still don't believe it. That's awesome.
No,
okay, go ahead.
I know it's based on several things. It's based on 4 or 5 different things. But I'm saying I still don't believe the 51% number. I'm just saying I don't believe it. I think it's higher than that.
Didn't know that. See, what that says is there are plenty of black men out here who are available to marry and have kids. Right. Why can't black women seem to get them?
What age group is that?
No, ma'am. Why? No. What marrying age? And those are the marrying age. They don't keep statistics on teenagers.
What area?
Ma'am, it's marrying age. They don't keep statistics on children. They're adults. See how you see? This is what I mean, and this is the to the previous caller who wondered what all the acrimony is between black men and black women. Caller, this is it right here. We got a black woman here. I'm trying to educate her on why she's wrong on the facts. Even when I made points, she'll keep moving the goalpost. Well, give me the facts, the data, and statistics. Well, give me the who calculated them. Well, it ain't right. Look, at the end of the day, this is why so many of y'all are by yourself. They're disagreeable.
Well, no, we're having a conversation, but we're having a conversation.
Well, the conversation has to be in.
Hey man, me and you went through these statistics before, Black America, and we found out that definitely was not the number. I remember me and you going through these statistics and finding out that number was not true. I remember me and you doing that.
in truth, though, man. I
No,
don't
you
mind
just
having a
didn't agree
conversation,
with it. That's
but
all
we just
that was.
Oh, we got
They,
all the way
they,
to
they,
the, we got all the way to the 40. When you reach age 40, 80% of black men have children. When you reach the age of 80, between age of 40, between 40 and 48, 80% of black men have children. So what do you mean that 51% are all childless? You mean before the age of 25 or before the age?
no, it's just you didn't agree with what was said. That's all. Hey, I mean, it's not a big deal. I can't get blood from a turnip.
I mean, I was reading the statistic. What about the 80%? When you reach 40, at least 80% of black men have children. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, what about that percentage that 80% of men over the age of 40 have children by the time they reach 45 or 48?
You have a great day. No, once again, you just don't believe what it says. I told you
No,
before.
I showed you the statistic. So what about
I
that?
know.
When
know
are
what.
you talking about? When are you talking about?
This is how it works. All right. I'm in my 50s, right? All men, all of us, when we're young, from like little boys to the time we're 15, it's a bunch of little boys, right? After 15, especially like in LA, nobody dies, right? Then you hit high school, guys start dying, right? My brother got killed when I was 16. It was 10 days after his 21st birthday. So from 20 to 30, the numbers of men shrink. From 30 to 40, the numbers of men shrink. My homeboy had a stroke at 44, fucked him all the way up, right? So by the time you're 45 or 50, you've lost men in that pool. Do you understand? So the pool of men, as men get older, our insurance is higher. You know why? Because men do risky shit. We go to the army, we get legs and shit blown off, and we die. We ride motorcycles and drive cars real fast. My homeboy is in the Marines. He was in Japan, flipped over a car. He died. We start dying. So our pool as men starts to shrink as we get older. The older we get, by the time we hit 50, it is less of us than those kids that are kids, preteens, and in their 20s. That's why those numbers read like that, because the longer we live in life, our pool shrinks. We died before you. Your husband passed away in his 50s. He's gone. You see what I mean? That is what happened. So that pool of men went from 100. Now that pool is down at 45. You see, so it went from a pool of 100 men to a pool of 40 or 45. That is why the actual percentage of what you're saying,
Hey, hold
yes,
on.
I can see.
No, answer this question. When is it 51%? When is the 51%?
From cradle to the grave, because it's total population of men.
No.
The total population of men, not a certain segment. That would be a certain segment of men. That certain segment between 42 and 50. Yes, but you know how many niggas are dead by the time they hit 42? It's a lot of men died before.
Somebody who's
So
Mike?
it's a smaller population.
Somebody's mic.
Just gonna have opinions. That's not really a conversation. Okay, do you believe? Okay, how about this? How about this? Let's start over. Do you believe that 51% of black men are single and childless? Do you believe that?
I believe it's a certain time frame, but I don't believe it in the overall planet. I don't believe that a certain amount of time frame, but it's not black men. At a time frame, maybe under the age of 25, maybe it might be 51%, but it ain't 51% as they get older.
You keep saying total population. When he is speaking
of men, total population of black men, total population of black men.
And that's what we're talking about. American black men. So what is the medium age of of American black men. HQ, do you know what the median age of American black men is? So I think it's 36 right now, right? It's like 35, 36, right? Because men, we start dying, the lucky ones live until they're 70 or 80, but most of us are dead by 67, 72. The life expectancy of a black man in this country is like 67 or 72. We're dead. So those black men are out of it. So, and like I said, the older we get, the more our friends as black men, they start passing away. It's not the same for women. So the numbers are going to get more and more skewed as when it comes to that. Look at all of these men that have been dying. Kevin Samuels, he died at 52, 54 area, right around there. We die at a rapid rate after our 20s. We don't stay around long. We only live if we're lucky. Some of us slip through the cracks, just like some people get rich. Some black men persist and can carry on and live. We do dangerous jobs. We work on what a roughneck is? Working on the oil rigs and stuff like that. Like all of these guys are missing fingers and arms. The lumber industry, trucking, police officers, firefighters, these jobs that we do, we are dying on a daily basis. We die daily.
Aaron, is that Aaron? That is Aaron.
Yes.
Hello, Aaron. Hello.
Good evening.
What up, Iceman?
What's good, my man?
How you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I mean, I like what Black America is saying. Look, people get in car accidents and die, and they're inside the vehicle. This man rides a motorcycle. The vehicle's inside of him. It's the other way around. You know how exposed, you know what I mean? And many black men, I used to ride. I drive cars that'll get you jail time on the on-ramp. Forget about going in a straight line. You think I drive those cars because I like looking at them? No. Because I like to set the cruise at 160.
Yeah,
but this is what men do. This is how, we jump out of airplanes and off of cliffs, shit like that.
Those are dangerous things, guys. Those are dangerous things. That's all I can say. And they offer themselves like that. Hey, not to mention, other things that make people get broke off. But driving a car, fast car, motorcycle, all of those things, these are things that you don't have to do. I mean, these are choices.
I understand that, but these are things that men do. We take the risk. It's just like men asking a woman out on a date. I haven't. I'm in my 50s. I've never had a woman ask me out on a date. We take the risk. All of the risk, we take it gladly, and then we fuck up. And you know what? We're so stupid. We do it again. We go ask another woman out until somebody says yes. We take the risk, and we will do that every. Working those. Oh shoot.
No.
Okay. There you go. What percentage of black men do you believe are single and childless?
Maybe.
Is he equating the fact that you don't have kids? Is he equating the fact that you don't have children as being a good man? Why are we having a conversation about single and childless? That doesn't matter. She said something about there wasn't good men. There weren't any good men out there. That has nothing to do with the fact of whether you have children or not. So why are we in a discussion about children, having children, or him not having any children? That just because you don't have any children don't mean you're a good man. That wasn't her point.
Maybe 20%.
Okay. So by your own headspace, you reduce the effective level of black men
Hold on. Pause
by
it. Can you hear me?
roughly 60%.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go.
All right. So this is the thing. The women, my business partner, he is a great dude. When he got divorced, like he never smoked weed, never drink. He drunk a wine cooler and was drunk and was throwing up all over the place. Like he is a great man, millionaire. But you know what? Women don't like him because he's nerdy as hell, which he is, right? And he owns property all over the country. But he lives with his brother because he's like, why do his brother's wife divorced him? I'm divorced. Why do I need to get my own place? So he moved in with his brother. So women look past men like that. These are good. What he's saying is the ghost men, the men that women just don't see. They see Aaron. He's 6 foot, 300 pounds, look like a big ass bodyguard. But regular men.
But there's women on the other side too that don't get seen either. So it evens itself out. There's women that don't.
But it doesn't even itself out, HQ, because no matter what, they're still going to be able to get sexual attention. Those bottom feeding men, those bottom of the barrel men, they'll accept those women. High upper echelons men, they get drunk coming out of the club, didn't pull nothing out. They're going to fuck those women. Every man is going to fuck those women. But none of those women want to fuck those men. You see what I mean? No woman wants to have sex with a bottom of the barrel man. It's just
nothing is ever going to change that.
And I'm not saying it should. I'm not saying it should. But I'm just trying to explain to you that you don't want Leon King. You wouldn't even notice Leon King if he was staring you in your face. You would look right over his head and look right past him and look at Aaron. You wouldn't even notice him because that's how men are seen in this country. We got the men that are little to nothing. They don't have an outlet. I don't care what kind of woman it is. She has a vagina. Somebody is going to have sex with that vagina.
So are you saying that the men that are like that need to settle?
No, I'm not saying that at all. That's not what I say.
How they gonna get past their look deficit then if they don't settle?
Because every city has a host role, HQ. Prostitutes make a bunch of money. Porn is a $1 billion industry.
They don't want to deal with porn. They don't want to deal with prostitutes every day. They want to deal with a woman and come home and cook, clean, and do all that stuff with
you don't need a prostitute every day. You just need her on payday.
So
that's
the same for men. Regular men. You don't need a female on daily. So why should you all deserve somebody and he don't deserve nobody?
Nobody said anything about deserve. We never use. I don't hear any man ever use I deserve. Nobody says anything about deserve. But if you want to get your rocks off and don't feel like jacking off, you're gonna have to pay for it. Men are perfectly okay with it. That's why it's so many prostitutes. That's why it's so many prostitutes all over the world. You come to Vegas, these bitches is driving Benzes, big ass Escalade, the new $92,000 Escalade truck, because they're sucking dick and getting paid for it.
Like that. So what does a man like that do then if he wants to have a home and a family? He needs to settle too.
He doesn't need to settle. He just gonna get his rocks off.
Then why are you telling women they gotta settle? They don't have to do. That's always going to be that kind of people. It's always going to be that group of people that are going to have issues with X, Y, and Z. You already know you have a deficit. When you know you have a deficit, you have to settle. When you have a deficit on the man side and the female side, you got to settle.
So I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna jump off and watch because my daughter keep calling me. HQ, men ride motorcycles, right? We drag race in the streets. We do wheelies on dirt bikes. We jump off of cliffs. We jump out of planes. We do all of the dangerous shit. Do you really think we give a fuck about our lives? We, for the most part, don't care. We don't give a damn about anything. Now, once you have a kid, you kind of get a little bit sensible and all of that. But for the most part, why you think these dudes is fucking without condoms? I don't care about no fucking AIDS. It feels better raw. It feels better raw. 20 minutes, that condom is coming off. I meet you in the club. I take you home. I'm fucking you raw. Men do not care. It'd be so crazy to me that women be acting like, oh, I've never done that. Well, then how have all of us men had a one night stand if none of y'all ain't fucking? And I'm not fucking you with no condom. So we do things that you guys wouldn't do. I understand. But don't think that men care about shit. Like, we don't care about it. I think the quote was, do it and then ask for forgiveness later or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Instead of asking for permission, you ask for forgiveness or something. We do shit and it's done. We don't care about the fucking consequences of it. So, but I'll be watching though. Aaron, take over, please.
That's wild. Eric,
I'm just here so I don't get fired.
Oh yeah, Zeus. What do you have to say on the back of Black America?
I'm just here so I don't get fired. Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, I mean look, we all have a way of expressing ourselves, and that is the Black America way of stating what is effectively the truth. It may be a tough pill to swallow because it may have the texture of gravel, but it doesn't make it any less effective, right?
Right.
And if you think about it, when you were talking about the men's sense of entitlement or having to settle, he just said it when he said, even when you have wealthy, well-to-do upper tier men coming out of the club on a dry night,
mm-hmm.
they'll go down in numbers to places they aren't normally found in either, because we simply don't have that sense of entitlement. We aim for the stars and land on the moon, and if we end up in the clouds, fuck it.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't have that sense of entitlement. We don't have that. We're aspirational, but we're not entitled.
Mm.
We know what we want. We understand what we can qualify for, and we will take what we can get.
Zeus?
This panel is amazing to me. Aaron has said stuff, and I never knew. Like, I didn't put it into words, but I went down that path, and I had all women around me. But where I think that's the norm, I realize I'm more of the unicorn. I'm very lucky.
Mm-hmm.
I never asked anybody on a date. I never paid for a date, but I've always been to gatherings, et cetera, et cetera. I've never asked a girl out. Girls have asked me out.
Wow.
I've dated out of my range. I played way out of my range. I think sometimes when I hear Black America talk and Aaron talk, and they talk about these segments and these parameters, I have to go, oh my God, I had that. I had that. AKA, I never had what is called a wolf pack, but I always had men of high ilk as mentors or social leaders or somebody I could tap into. But as friends on the lower level, I never had those. So when we talk about playing, I've witnessed that when I worked in Vegas. I would see a bunch of old decrepit guys who had just closed a big business deal in a cabana. Just think of a patio in a cabana with a bunch of young women just dancing and prancing all around them. When I looked at it, you know how you see on Sesame Street, one of these things is not like the other. It was that scenario, but you knew why they was there because the money was good, the water was good, that alcohol was good. Like Aaron said, everybody who struck out when it was their chance to go to bat, they was on the phone lines or walking the street. With that said, I'm in.
And even when you look in the cabana or the grotto where there's a whale, and he's a white-haired whale and he's surrounded by women, you got to understand, those women to him are ornamental. He to them is supplemental.
Look at you, Aaron. Look at you. Get pause on that right there. Let us marinate on that. Let us marinate on that. You savage. You savage.
Okay. I heard you.
But you got kids that are like in their 20s.
I like that.
Right.
About two different guys, or about one?
About one.
Why didn't you marry him?
The last one?
No, the one that impregnated you once or twice.
Oh, he went to jail.
Oh, so you pick ass whoopers and felons. And then you're gonna complain about what other. I need you to stop right here, ma'am. I need you to slow the whole. I need you to slow the whole French toast down. I'm not gonna let you get on here and talk about what black men are not when you pick and whoop dudes that whoop your ass and that are felons. See, I'm not gonna sit around and let you black women just sit around and talk about that black men ain't here and they ain't this, they ain't that. When in your own life you pick shit.
This is wild.
Yeah, take a nice strong drink, sip it all. Because you're talking about black men to share my reflection, and I'm tired of sisters like you running our reputation in the ground because you pick poorly.
A black man.
No, no, you had 20 million to pick from, but you picked a felon once to have two babies by and then Ike Turner. All these black people in Atlanta. Why are you picking these scrubs?
That's what's left.
If you don't get off my goddamn
phone,
from the get off my phone. I don't want to keep it. That's what's left, huh? That's what's left. The black Mecca and all your WAP seems to attract is felons and abusers. Then you need to put that shit in get some maintenance done.
Outside, there are some good men.
Well, why don't you attract them? Then why don't you date them?
I don't. It's difficult. It's like a needle in a haystack.
No, it's not a needle in a haystack. I live here.
Yes, it is.
I live here, and I date good black women. No, why can't you see? Let me back down, ma'am. Relationships are reflective.
Right.
We attract what we are. When I was broken, I attracted broken. And see, what I'm having a problem with is you are trying to make black men the problem, and you are definitely problematic. Everything I presented to you that is a fact that you can verify yourself, you've said no. And who the hell wants to deal with a woman like that?
She definitely ain't agreeable. That's where we started this whole circle up. We agreeable in the current climate. You looking for somebody to be at least willing to be agreeable. You can't even find women that's willing and women that are agreeable in the current climate.
HQ, let me add a point. I really love that you have this panel and let everybody speak. Probably a week and a half ago, you spoke about the female ego, and you didn't censor what you said. You just talked from a stream of consciousness. And I think that was very good for us men to realize we're speaking about concrete and walls. They are speaking from their ego because they don't feel safe. And when you said that, I was like, oh, so we need to tone the frame down. That doesn't mean we're going to get the results we want, but it added another POV point of view to the conversation. And that's why I think this is great. That's why I enjoy these conversations, because they're hard, but we get golden nuggets out of it. With that said, I'm in.
I think us women, we shit just be rattling around. A lot of times it just be we be thinking a whole bunch of things, and sometimes we don't make the connections until we hear it out, out loud until someone says it to us out loud. We don't make the connections between what we're thinking and cutting our emotion off to act logically. A lot of us don't do that, before we start. And I'm finding that a lot of women who call in to Kevin, it's more of you don't even take time to think about what you're saying before you say this nonsense. Like the first lady, she was just off the cuff, had no thought, couldn't connect anything, no dots were connecting, and it was like frustrating. So now I'm kind of seeing how men get frustrated with the way women express themselves or they live their daily lives, and it's like you guys are all emotion. According to the men, you women are all emotion, and you really don't stop and think logically, unless somebody forces you to do that, right? So I think I'm kind of getting it where men are get pissed off at women, not pissed off, but what's the right word? Not pissed off, but just frustrated. Would frustrated be the right word?
The connection, because if Aaron and I are arguing about something, eventually we'll tone it down, and then we go, okay, what was you trying to say? And we might be, and then, okay, we want to get to the end result. We want things to get better. Mm-hmm. Sometimes women want to just change words, or they want to be heard, and it's not always of value to the end results.
Right.
With that said, I'm in.
Because I can tell sometimes, because Fee used to stop me. He used to stop me, like he'd let me get a couple sentences out, and then he'd be like, just, he'd wave his hands and be like, stop. And then now I'm saying, I see Kevin doing the same thing to this woman. It's like, all of this is nonsense. This is exactly what you meant to say, but you didn't say it because the emotions were blocking the way. So I'm kind of getting it where he was very blunt with it. I'm kind of getting it, guys. I'm kind of getting what he's talking about and how he's doing it.
Right, okay. But the golden nuggets for us as guys, we are now saying, oh, okay, here's the other side of that equation. Because we think it's just an avalanche coming at us for no reason. But now we understand the reason. And you're right. You gave up that control to Fee because you trusted that he was going to land you safely.
I learned. I think if I say a whole bunch of stuff, he'll be like, "Shut up! You repeated yourself. Don't do it again. I got it." He would say something like that, and then I learned to just listen.
Curb it. But see,
I learned to curb it. Yeah.
You also do something that, and I need to send this to you. It's called Dr. Loris Lessinger's 10 Ways to Fight Fair. A lot of us don't know how to fight fair. We just elevate, and we get to bumping chests and all that, and it just doesn't go anywhere. The one thing I love about you is you said you won't be yelling at anybody, and you won't let anybody yell at you. Right. And you say if there's got to be a conversation within the house, we're going to take it in a single room. Right. When you went to the library, you could have went to the bar and drank. But you chose to go to the library. Why? Because you said, I got to put something in my cup of value. And that's what I think a lot of BIPOC women miss out, putting something of value in their cup.
Yeah, but this is a valuable lesson that I have to put out there. And I hate to, but I am. This is the value of having a husband and a partner. This is the value of having it for women who... it's neat. I'm just gonna say a man is needed to bounce these things off of, because we let shit just fly out and we don't really know how to pull it in, and a man knows how to pull it in. And I hope I'm making sense. But
no, it makes sense.
Okay, because this is the point of having a man, having a partner, having a person that is opposite of you, doesn't react with emotion. You're more emotional, but this person is logical and they can reel you in. That's the whole point of having that person. And it's important to have a man in your life who can reel you in. That's all I'm going to say.
Why is it difficult to skirt your emotions during contentious conversations and really just address the facts objectively.
Because it's always a feel. It's always a feel. It's always a it's never a way to stand on the ledge and look at it. We very rarely stand on the ledge and look at it. We are always in the water trying to figure out a way, to figure out, let's go this way, that way, think this way, that way. And men are always on the ledge watching us scramble. So it's difficult. So we don't just come to the ledge. We have to be, it's like how do I explain it? We are, so I don't want to say scattered. We just think of too many avenues. We don't think of the direct route. That's all I'm saying.
Can I share something that you said a couple of weeks ago, but Kevin said it really good? He said when men think, they think like waffles. So each compartment, those little squares in the waffle, is a problem or an issue. And I was like, yeah, we compartmentalize like that. That makes sense. Women think like spaghetti. So you get a big bowl of spaghetti, everything is touching everything. AKA, usually if I share a story with a female, the first thing they reply with is they make it about them because it hit a nerve. A guy will say, well, you know, I saw that happen with Bob. This is what he did. Maybe we can look something up, or they use other examples. With that said, I'm in.
Yeah.
You know what?
Go ahead.
You know what happens? So if you think of sauce as information, when you pour sauce on a waffle, where does it go? Into each little cup. When you pour it on spaghetti, where does it go? All over the place. It becomes chaotic. It becomes you get the sense of not chaos. Well, yeah, chaos. It's entropy.
It's more of a direct route. It's more of a direct route if you have if men are more direct in that way. And I get it. I do. And this is why I'm beginning to figure out why women didn't like Kevin. I understand why, because he hit the walls. He hit the walls of that chaos and said, you don't have to be, he was just like a boyfriend or a man or he's too direct, and they're not going to accept that too directness because we think in chaos. If we think in chaos and you hit us with directness, we're going to fight against it.
I don't know that I believe that. I don't know that I buy it.
Yeah, he's too direct. I can tell you that.
Well, no, I'm talking about women thinking in chaos and all this sort of thing. Because if you're direct with singing a woman's praises, she's going to directly follow that. But as soon as you oppose a woman's narrative, now she wants to try and string you all over the place and play hopscotch and go down these holes, and it's like some kind of
say hocus pocus, Aaron. Say hocus pocus.
It's the hocus pocus. It's the attempt to escape out any door or escape hatch you can find, and if you can't, you start taking pickaxes to the wall and making escape. It's like, wait a minute, wait. It's not a door. It's not a window. Where are you going anyway? You know what I mean? But no, there's times where I've seen women be very direct. All you got to do.
I'm not saying that they can't be. I'm not saying that they can't be.
So why the difference? why when you're singing when you are following whatever the woman's narrative or whatever what's being said is making the woman feel good, she can be direct and linear as a ruler. But as soon as the thing becomes contentious, now she's got to drag the conversation everywhere except where it needs to be to escape the fact that she could just potentially be incorrect or wrong, which is fine. You're not perfect. You have to forgive yourself for not being perfect. If you can't forgive yourself for not being perfect, if you have such a strong need to be right, then what the fuck do you think about me? Will you ever forgive me? Are you capable of forgiving? Because I'm going to get it wrong. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm going to forgive you. You don't have to be right today. You don't have to be correct today. There's a difference between right and wrong, correct and incorrect. And I think Mr. Samuels outlined that. Right and wrong is a matter of morality. Correct and incorrect is a matter of fact or fiction. But either way, today doesn't have to be your day.
Right.
In fact, you'll bode well to admit that you're wrong. You get more accolade for admitting you're wrong than when you're wrong than trying to be right when you're not. No one likes people that are right all the time anyway. If you're right all the time and you really are right all the time, nobody likes that. You're a know-it-all. People get uncomfortable around you anyway.
I realize that's an important thing to be able to do. And I don't know whether I ever did it while I was married. I don't know whether I ever came to Fee and said, I'm wrong, X, Y, and Z. And I don't know whether I was just so complacent or whether I was so submissive that I never actually had to go and say I'm wrong about something. Because maybe I agreed all the time. Now you're making me think, did I always agree? Was I always willing and amiable? Was I that type person? And I just did whatever I wanted to, but I just never said anything about it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm always coming up with things that maybe I did wrong or maybe I did right when it came to being married to this person. I don't know.
Hold on a second, HQ. Two things happened. I knew as soon as we talked about food, Aaron was going to take us to another level. The other thing is when you, and I said this before, is cosmic. You saw your husband and you knew he was him. You saw the future.
Yeah.
Everybody don't get that. I can't say how many people I've met that don't say, I want to be a wife. You know what they say? I want to get married.
Right.
And then they get stuck. Well, you practiced getting married before you got married.
Yeah, I did do that.
You went and read. You filled your cup. A lot of Black women not doing that. Is there a community center, how to be a better wife? Is there a class on that? If it is, it's empty.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, there's some people on here that may be doing the right thing. I don't know.
It looks like Stilo's in the right direction in the comments section. From the comments I've seen, it's
I don't know what the hell Big Chris talking about. I don't know what the hell Big Chris is talking about. He wilding out. Whatever he doing, he wilding out.
Well, it's Triple X's fault. Whoever
X?
ain't here, it's their fault.
Give me y'all final thoughts, because I gotta go. I can tell I'm starting to get a little bit. Give me your final thoughts, Aaron.
It's always a pleasure. Appreciate sharing the knowledge. Keep doing what you're doing. I love you, brother. HQ, same story. Appreciate the space and hospitality. Shout out to your audience. Please hit the like button. Drop a coin in the can on your way out the door. I'm going to go eat. Bon appetit later.
Yeah, I'm going to eat too. Zeus?
You are so funny. I appreciate you. You know I appreciate you in that goddamn lamp. Lick your lips.
I'm gonna have a call in. They're gonna call in this evening. That's why Christians keep offing Christians.
All I do is I'm just here so I don't get fired. With that said, I'm in. Thank you for the space and thank you for sharing perspective. And I can't wait to hear from Glorious and Erica and Hedonism. Okay.
Hopefully they show up. Sometime soon, this week sometime, who knows?
They will, because we appreciate our women. We really do.
Thank you very much. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for showing up. Please hit the like button and share button. I'll be back at around 10:30. Who knows? I'll be back at 10:30 with the call-in show. It'll just be a call-in show. I want people to call in and tell me, answer the question that's on the screen. Why are Christians often other Christians? Why are we having issues with our white young men or Christian white men? Why are we having issues with these men? What's going on? They crashing out for real. Now that Charlie Kirk did what he did or got, the ending that he got, people are crashing out. This is wild. But it's a call-in show, and I appreciate y'all when y'all call in. I will see y'all later. It'll be later. You know it's going to be later.